Oh, hello, Internet. Welcome to our beautiful gamers of the Insatiables. I am only allowed to get the introduction right once per season, and that was last week. So now I fucked it up immediately for posterity. Henrietta has changed her hair color one more time, matching Joe Knoll, matching Thymond. Greg, did you get a haircut too?
No, I didn't.
Oh, man. Are you sick?
It just grows out and like gets pointy on the edges until I can't stand it, and then it gets all chopped off again.
Oh. Do you use like garden shears or a weed whacker?
Yep, exactly. Correct.
It sounds like you're a little bit sick, but thanks for showing up anyway.
Yeah.
Rube, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic. Just living the life. Living La Vida Loca.
Living La Vida Loca? Upside, inside out. Red, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you, John?
Stop trying to sequence break me, you fucking fuck. Nick!
It already happened.
Yeah, I'm doing good, John. How are you doing?
Why are you asking me this? Henrietta, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I had COVID last week.
What the fuck?
No fun.
Yeah, I was real sick.
I'm sorry.
And my hair is actually a dark green, not black.
Okay.
Kind of see it at the edges.
Well, I'm colorblind and just blind in general. So I could.
Well, it does look black right now. I can understand why you would think that, but I would never do such a boring color.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace, brunettes around the world.
Yeah, fuck all of you.
Oh man, my past 2 weeks have been hell answering Nick and Red's questions. I have become primary babysitter now that summer's on the horizon for the children. Oh god. I have to do that tomorrow too. Oh well, my trauma aside, I'm here to traumatize you guys today because something happened last week which somebody needs to remind me of. What happened? Eeny, meeny, Red, you haven't done it in a while. What happened, Red?
Yeah, of course. So...
Alright, I'll be right back while you struggle with that.
Okay, yeah.
He's gone. Say whatever the fuck you want.
So basically, there's like a Babylonian mountain, right?
Yeah.
And so the Persians came and attacked, and that's how we got onto this boat, right? And from this boat, we sailed down the river towards a swamp. And in that swamp, we got dropped off and got told a very specific thing of don't fuck with Big Frog, or else Big Mosquito will come. And us being responsible people did not fuck with Big Frog, although Big Frog fucked with himself and disappeared to the 9 hells, where we will never see him ever again. And so, as these are the consequences of our actions, we now have to fight Big Mosquito by training all of Big Frog's children, which are 1,000 tiny little magical frogs, to go fight Big Mosquito with our help.
It's true.
Very exciting.
I will say, if one of you dies in this session, but the party survives, one of you will get to become a grung.
Ooh.
That is a tempting offer.
The race to
I've
death.
always wanted an inflatable throat.
Okay, what if all of us but one person dies and we all become grog?
No, John, I don't want to
just
rage.
one of you.
Give me the full damage.
Hold on, let me drop a
rage.
fireball on you guys. For once, I won't be yelled at for it.
The option
I
of
would love to-
role-playing as a weird little frog mutant has never been so well-received before.
Why would I want to soak in water for like 5 hours every day or die? It's a wonderful bonding experience with my party members.
You know,
Okay,
just
you can
have
just
them
get, like, a
drag a
really
cauldron
big
around.
Tub. With wheels.
All
A
right,
cauldron full of water.
now that we know what's on the table today, and the last table, I suppose, I have my handy-dandy little calendar, and we're just going to jump straight into it. I'm going to say it is the 11th of December, and that is Fantasy December in our world, which means the new year is fast approaching. Big Mosquito might show up on Christmas, guys. Oh no! You have a week to prepare. How are you going to do that as you spend your winter holidays with a bunch of frogs in a swamp?
Surely this is the new
No place I'd rather be.
Christmas story.
This is the closest we'll ever get to a beach episode.
Very exciting.
Close to a beach, yeah.
Also want to say, appreciate that Big Frog is down in the hells right now, like just experiencing Dante's Inferno as a big frog. Good on him. Enjoy that.
We love
Enjoy
Big
I
that.
love that fan fiction.
Who's finding us food? I think that's the first order of business.
Well, you can't eat the frogs, even though they're very tempting.
Hors d'oeuvre. Oh no, my Roll20 crashed. So what's the plan, guys? How do you prepare for Big Mosquito to show up?
It's a great question.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone talk to these frogs?
we can't talk to the frogs. They're just magical.
the frogs seem to understand common, maybe.
If I've learned anything about training animals, is that they're very food motivated. And I think that's perfect because we're going to be fighting their food just in large form. So I think
That is, yeah.
what Belle is going to do while also singing like a Disney princess, which I cannot do at the moment. But imagine the, let's get down to business for Mulan here. We're going to, or at least Belle's going to take the like many like flies and mosquitoes that she was able to capture in her scarf. The big frog no longer needs as tribute, and stick them to like very specific points and reward the frogs for like hitting like the weak points of Big Mosquito, the nose, right, the wings, right. I'm gonna get a dartboard out there basically in the shape of Big Mosquito. We're gonna snap that proboscis right the hell off. And as if the frogs can hit exactly where we're training, then they get tasty treats, and if they don't, then they have to watch somebody else get the tasty treat instead. While also clearly being inspired by my musical performance the entire time.
I love this. Who's gonna help Belle sing the Disney princess song and train the frogs in martial arts?
Heck yeah.
Lazark will help.
All right, Belle, give me your best animal handling check you can conjure at
Absolutely.
advantage.
Will do. That is a 12.
A 12. Osric, how are you helping?
Ozric's like as this is being set up, Ozric's like, it's kind of marching with his hands behind his back, giving the orders.
Osric is the drill marshal.
Attack!
Drop it, give me 10 tongue push-ups.
Exactly. Where's your stand, my son?
This is my
Didn't
rifle.
you love your father?
These poor frogs. You drill into them. You yell at them. There's verbal abuse coming from Osric as Belle is trying to coax them into attacking a cut-out
bard bad dwarf.
Come on, you could do it. At one point, I don't know if frogs have tear ducts, but if they do, they're crying. They're sobbing as the stress of this 1 week beat your ass camp, because it's definitely not boot camp, goes on. Jonal, Pax, Thymond, what are you doing to prepare for Big Mosquito?
Can someone
That's a good
invent
question.
bug repellent really quick?
Someone call Dizem.
He's a little far.
Yeah, my idea was a boot camp sort of thing too, but since they're doing that, I guess Pax, like, takes some of the runts and stragglers that don't join Bell, and he forms a strike force, and he puts them through their own boot camp, remembering his scout training. He makes a strike force
first
of scout.
boot camp
scout
isn't
frogs.
going well, so you're
Frogs.
taking the rejects and putting them into a new one.
Just like the army did to me. These are the new Hoarfrost Coalition frog soldiers. They're going through the same training Pax went through.
Okay. Pax. Just give me another animal handling check. Let's see how...
A specialty. 7.
Guys, 3 days in, and there's a lot of frog deserters. These frog amphibian conscripts do not seem ready for the humanoid lifestyle. Maybe 70% are still with you, but only because they're afraid to hop away and too tired to as well. Thyman, Jonal.
There's a lot going on. So all the rejects from Pax's group.
No. Can't you make like weapons or anything for him?
They're
You know,
frog!
tiny frog weapons.
Weapon
Yeah,
weapon.
little
I'm
frog
gonna-
hooks. I don't know.
I will make thousands of little frog spears, which are just toothpicks. I'll just keep shaving tiny little toothpicks, so the frogs can just throw little spears at Big Mosquito.
Guys, there's some swamp gas that's affecting your brains.
I was
Thyman
gonna like
takes
try
a
to set up
stick and
traps.
Shaving
But-
down.
Like, what idea, Thyman? Arm them up.
Traps is a good idea.
I was gonna make traps, but you're like, nah. I was like, this is a great
Stab,
idea.
stab, throw. Stab, stab, throw. Come on.
Diamond. Give me a wisdom saving throw. That's what I want from you. If only you had advantage.
What if I used a luck point and gave myself advantage?
Diamond, you watch as 3 of your companions start, like, treating this like a proper military. Or a Disney military, which is anything but proper. And you're like, I'll do my part. And then you start to realize these are regular frogs. Biologically. Maybe there's some magical influence by being around Big Frog, but that's quickly waning. Thyman, you have to figure out a different way of arming these poor frogs.
I'm gonna work on traps. Just giant
Okay.
traps.
What kind of trap are you making? Do you
When I
need-
said that, I immediately thought to make a trebuchet, but that's not a trap, that's just a war engine.
A trebuchet is
We'll make a
definitely...
giant net.
Just gotta make a giant fly swatter.
Fly squatter.
This is... Big net.
Just
Oh, you know what we need? We need to get like a light. Because, you know, mosquitoes, they love just going to lights and stuff, right? And then when it touches the light, it goes zap.
Ooh, Simon, do you have any bright light sources that you could lure Big Mosquito into?
Don't we have a lot of torches?
I'm sure you can make a ton of torches.
I think we just have torches.
I have a bundle of them in my pack.
We'll light... Oh, I also have a bundle. I also have 10 torches. We'll use a lot
Why
of
don't you
torches.
just make a big bonfire?
Big swamp bonfire.
Yeah, big bonfire.
Okay.
Then, Big Bug will go to the bonfire, right?
Mm.
And
Question
just
is,
shove
what-
it in.
The question is, what do we use as a trap? Because he's not... You can't use a pitfall, right? That's the easy one, but it flies.
It does fly.
I'll be the
What the
trap. I'll
net's
jump
for?
on its back and cut off its
No, you
wings.
just throw a net over it.
Yeah, I see. I thought about that too, but the net will go onto the fire, and the net's on fire.
Great. That means
That
the
sounds even
mosquitoes gonna
better
be
to
on
me.
fire. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, I will use all the rope we have to make a giant net next to the bonfire.
Sure. How much rope does the party have that we can delete to
So
make a
much fucking
big-ass
rope.
net?
That's a great question. How much rope do we have?
I have
Yeah,
one
0
hempen
rope.
rope, which is 50 feet.
Trust me, I am not carrying any rope.
Yeah, rope's kind of heavy.
We have
See, I
one
gave-
hempen rope, which is
we have
50
one-
feet.
I will work on making ropes, I guess.
I mean, you can pull the hempen rope apart and get just like smaller pieces of rope, my man. You know how it goes.
True.
Yeah.
All right,
try to-
Simon, give me a tools rope check to make a net. I don't know, weaver's tool. What?
I'm not even proficient in weaver's tools. I'm
All
proficient
right,
in-
maybe a lasso. Maybe you should limit the scope of your grand design. then. Surely making a lasso can't be too hard. It's close to
Yeah.
a noose, right?
We'll lasso the wings together so it can't fly. That will debilitate it. There's definitely no other
Someone who's
problem.
never made a net before. It's not that hard. It's like a grid. You ever made a grid?
A grid with 50 feet of rope will be not
Many
big.
pieces of 50 feet of rope. It doesn't have to be thick.
One of those macrame blankets or something.
Guys, this is,
Be a net.
my initial plan was just I would jump on the back of the mosquito and just try to cut it off its wings. I mean,
If it flies
Yeah.
off with you on it, you're
Lasso.
gone. I'm sorry. I'm not chasing you.
yeah, I'll be gone, and then you'll meet a new friend that's a grung.
I am Grungmund.
This is our friend
All right,
Simon. He turned into a
look.
frog. He's called Grungman now.
It's very clear that our military camp is not going well. And so we have to move on to plan B, right? And if you are gonna break frog soldiers down, you do it only so that you can build them back up. And to do that,
So
they need an inspiring leader. So we have a break in the boot camp, and Belle takes all the frogs to the beach, where they have prepared Jodal a beautiful big frog disguise so that he can emerge from the beach waters and give the frogs the inspiration they need to like rally and become the frog soldier spawn they were destined to be.
I lift myself up out of the pond and just start riveting.
Accompanied, of course,
Majestic.
by a zither.
Yes.
Ribbit,
Journal,
ribbit, 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 ribbit.
go ahead and roll me a charisma check at double disadvantage because you do not speak frog. And if you roll a natural 1, seagulls are going to descend upon the frogs.
Guys, I think the air in this pond is not good for us. We should stop breathing this shit.
I'm gonna give
4
him bardic inspiration.
Give-
plus. That's a D8.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, no
I
nat
got
ones.
made.
Unfortunate.
Oh man.
I'm surprised you were able to.
If it were
Alright,
regular disadvantage, John, we
Is
would
there
have
a
nailed
way
it.
that some combination of a successful disguise kit check or the use of illusion magic could negate the triple advantage to like just double disadvantage?
Yes, Jonal. How do you make yourself disguised as Big Frog? Maybe I should have led with that, but just as it was given to me.
I think I've got the, like, Big Frog is massive. I cannot move even the most simple suit that size by myself.
Yeah.
So I've got the 2 dwarves behind me just pushing me up out of the water in this, like, just, like, huge suit of, like, mud and algae and whatever we can find that looks vaguely frog-like.
Masters at work.
What illusion magic do we have to add on to this effect?
I have a
Prestidigitation.
disguise kit and the proficiency to use it as well. I have
I think prestidigitation is good.
I have the simple minor illusion. I can create like simple frog appearances around him as necessary to like fill it in.
Okay.
Between the two of us, we can kind of make the 10-foot face look kind of like a frog.
Honestly, I also have thaumaturgy. I can make really loud ribbons.
Okay. Jonal, just roll me a flat d20 real quick, and then we will add the +4 and the +2. That way. Oh my god. So the first time you tried this trick, it was a disaster. Full on, Jonal stepping out of the lagoon by himself and starts croaking, pretending to be Big Frog. Frogs luckily have really poor memory, so when you retry the same strategy the next day, Belle, having spent that night making a disguise out of reed bushes and other things, Jonal gets the dwarves on the big old limbs, like one of those Chinese parade dragons that require teams of people to move. And then Jonal starts croaking, plus the thaumaturgy, plus the prestidigitation. Pax turns the swamp into a different smell and color. Which is enough of a miracle to get a small swarm of frogs who will help you here. I am going to drag a frog token, and they are going to act as an AA battery for one of Big Mosquito's mechanics, which is to send swarms of pests at you. How about that?
That sounds like...
That's all we needed.
Sounds like it worked.
Wait, there's a
Great
stat
job, team.
block just called Carrier
We should
Mosquito?
train animals more often.
We just stat block called what?
Nothing. Never
Because we
mind.
don't blow my nose.
What would be a funny little thing? A Sasquatch? Should that be our placeholder for this frog AA battery?
That sounds
Do you have
very
any
reasonable.
frog tokens?
I'm looking for him. Giant toad. There we go. Alright. Although it is one big frog on the map, I will let you all come onto this map and place yourselves as you find the most clear part of the swamp where you will be able to ambush Big Frog to the best of your abilities. You have torches, so if he comes at night, you can scatter the torches all throughout the swamp and illuminate them, so I'm not going to play with darkness imprisoning me.
I can
You know
see
Big Frog's coming.
more.
Big mosquitoes.
Mosquito.
Big Mosquito is coming.
I mean, if we know Big Frog's coming, we're cooking.
I'm sorry, I'm just so focused on frogs right now. You tell me
How
where
could
you
you
want your big toad battery.
I think that it should be submerged in this water so that it can pop up heroically. Just a boiling pool of toads with tongue torpedoes just taking down mosquitoes. And it's also this rock here that I can stand on and pretend to conduct the frog torpedoes.
I'm
Love
not
the
hearing
idea.
objections from the party.
Yo, this sounds wonderful.
It sounds like a wonderful idea.
I'm loving it. As they say at McDonald's,
I've never heard of it.
McFrognals.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
I'm gonna like
Buy the
hide
bait.
behind this rock here.
Are we actually gonna build a big bonfire to lure it into
Who won?
the middle of our disaster?
Is there like a really weird echo? Maybe I'm just going insane. Okay, never mind.
Sounds like you're going insane.
That's reasonable.
Where do we want
There's
the
gonna be a big
bonfire?
bonfire,
Like,
Red.
do we think like here, which is in the middle of kind of where everyone is right now, and it's in between a bunch of giant rocks, so people can use that as cover?
Oh,
Sorry, my camera died again. There we go.
Is everything good?
yeah.
It just does that.
Behold the big bonfire.
Big bonfire.
Where do you want it?
I was thinking over. Actually, right there is probably better than what I was thinking.
Is it? I feel like it should be on the other side of the water a little bit.
You don't want the big bonfire separating your party?
Because the mosquito will go
Thinking
to
in
the
the middle of the
bonfire.
rocks.
I don't.
Don't you know, John? You always split the party.
Always.
Okay.
I feel like it should be over here.
Between or past your frog AA battery.
Yeah, and that way we can kind of hide behind the rocks and pop out, you know?
Okay.
So Ozark's gonna be like crouched down right like here. Ish.
Dope. Jonal, are you on the ground or are you trying to get on the rock too? And Belle's not letting you.
I am on the ground.
Okay.
Over here all alone.
Now, clearly, you're all
That's
gonna
me.
want to, like, hide yourselves, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you all just give me a stealth array here? Everyone hit your stealth button, and we'll average it out.
Now,
Or rather, Nick will average it out. Hax, I also need you to roll me a 1d8.
That's
Ooh,
one
very
big.
nice.
You should.
The dwarves are really good at ambushing mosquitoes who do.
bad news.
Okay.
I'm covered in chainmail.
It happens.
That's
But if you
almost a
weren't
15.
covered in chainmail, you would have been an 18.
I'd
So
be
you're
great.
actually good at it. Your chainmail sucks.
Chainmail sucks.
Canonically,
14.6.
dwarves really good mosquito catchers.
All
Ozark
right.
like can clap them out of the air.
We are going to roll a casual 1d24 to see what time of day it will be. And 18, that's military hours. That is 6 o'clock in the evening. Oh, excuse me. Right? Yeah, that's 6.
In fantasy December, that sounded like nighttime to me.
Well, you know, are we on the equator? What's really? You know, late evening, twilight, there's still a bit of sun. I don't need to fuck around with dark vision, is what I'm happy about. And then Big Mosquito will come on to the screen. I need to find out what direction he shows up from. The same direction. Alright. Whether by sheer chance or you guys just having the luck of Stan himself, Big Mosquito does come straight. Alright. As a joke, last night when I was making this map, a good friend of the stream known as Charlie was like, you should make a big-ass map, which I've done, and then we only use one part of it. So that's basically what's happened. Alright. Big Mosquito will buzz on in. Now, you all will hear him well before you see him. His black carapace blending well into the night or evening sky. You hear at first just this droning hum noise, as if someone left a microwave on. Not that you guys your characters know what a microwave is. But as you see him, you will look at the... You know, I'm just going to bring it onto the screen. That way everyone can sort of laugh at it. You will see this grand swarm of insects trailing after this size-huge body of an insectoid. Well, this kind of looks like a bat now that I'm looking closer at it. What the fuck is that? He's got a chef hat on. Guys, Big Mosquito has killed a big chef and is wearing his hat as well. Oh my
This
god.
is why we have to take him down.
That's gotta be
for too long.
a magical hat. I just need everyone to roll for initiative. This is way too silly.
No such thing as too
This is
silly.
definitely serious. I don't know what you're talking
serious
about.
We're
we've
all
ever
taking
been.
this very seriously.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's fast too. Oh, thank fuck.
That's why he's a chef.
That's why he's a chef.
He speaks with a British accent as well.
It's fucking
Sure, I want this
raw.
man's
This
blood
is
banks turned into the
raw. It's bleeding. If this isn't the Battle of the Amazons, I don't know what is. I count 6 people. There's 5 plus him plus the frog. You are not on my GM layer. There we go. The giant toad looks to be going quite slow, if not dead last. Okay. Your horde of frogs are in the pond, tongues at the ready to intercept bugs that fly towards you all. However, Osric, for whatever reason, you're first to act, as this mosquito seems to see you in the evening light. What do you do?
I run straight up to the bonfire.
Alright.
They just start waving my arms. Come get me, you little fucker.
You big little fucker.
Give me a persuasion check to see if you can bait him into you. You'll roll against his insight. How about that?
I'm fucking delicious.
He's a chef. How
Oh,
can you
not
resist
perception,
that?
sorry. What was I doing?
It's still a
Persuasion.
natural,
Persuasion.
too.
Well, hey, it's actually I'm a -3 to perception,
Alright.
so it's really important that we get that in there.
So the -1 persuasion means you don't look
Yeah.
delicious at all. You must be, I don't know,
Shameful.
covered in off-brand mosquito repellent?
It's just like
So called just
white
BO
cream
job.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like,
Raw dwarven musk.
Hey, Pax,
he's got like a doll of it on top of his head. It's like,
Yep.
what's your passive perception out of curiosity?
Oh, not good. My passive perception is a 7.
7? Wow.
Yep.
Dope. That means it needs to roll a natural 1 to fail its hide check against you, which it does not roll. And Pax, my beautiful boy, you thought it was just Big Mosquito, didn't you? Oh, you poor
that's
bastard.
exactly what Pax thought.
Pax, little did you know that while you were in the swamp, in a stationary position, after being spotted in Dan Ibble, you have been hunted. And, you know, having an assassin kill you in a city is so much of a trope. However, having an assassin kill you in a swamp while you're fighting Big Mosquito, now that's a good assassin right there. And from the shadows of the foliage,
I only hire the best.
this guy will make an attack roll against you. And since you haven't taken a turn yet, it's going to get the assassination feature. It's already hiding. However, God, I just really want this thing to crit. I really want it to crit. RNGesus, if you can hear me, help a brother out. Son of a bitch. Does the 14 hit you?
Let's see. A 14 would hit me, but I'll shield it.
Can you shield a hidden arrow? I suppose you can. You, at the last moment, feel this sudden urge to cast a shield spell as an arrow whizzes through the air and is blocked, eating one of your vital spell slots. Okay. You all may search for the assassin that is hidden in the same direction as Big Mosquito on your turn, if you would like. Simon!
Yeah. I will. You'd never guess it. Also move 25 feet.
Alright.
I would like to search for not Big Mosquito. I know where Big Mosquito. I would like to search for the assassin.
Yeah, give me a perception check. You're gonna have to roll quite high here. But I believe in you.
I won't roll high, but you know what? I can believe. Ooh.
Maybe if you were, like, closer to them, like, within a couple of feet to, you know, 30-ish feet, you'd be able to instantly see them. But they're so well hidden in the reeds that they just, you know, you're too close to the ground, the bonfire's coming, Big Mosquito's on his way.
They were
Damn,
within
this fucking
6 inches
mosquito
of
is
your
dwarven
face.
racist. It doesn't even think I'm like appetizing. Show him your tits. Get him over here.
Simon, would you like to show Big Mosquito your tits as it becomes his turn?
No, I'm fully decked out in my chainmail. I can't even I barely can move, let alone.
Little
even
did
if
you
you
know
wanted
that
to.
Osric
Lift
painted
all of
tits
it
on your
up.
chainmail last night.
Little did you know. Osric painted dwarven titties.
You look at your
On your
surcoat, which
chainmail.
guards your chainmail, it's just the crudest cleavage ever before painted. Oh, eeny, meeny, mighty, mo, who will get Big Mosquito's ire? I'm gonna roll a d6. Because there's a frog in the mix.
Please
Huh.
let it be me.
That is a 4. We start from the top and work our way down. And 1 is Pax. 2 is Osric. 3. He's going after the frogs.
This is your moment. This is what we've been trading for.
The buzz of Big Mosquito suddenly strikes the swamp water, moving fast. This guy is a flying pestilence, flying at a fast movement speed of 60 feet per turn. Jesus Christ. And because I wrote it, I'm gonna post it. It's called Flyby, the Buzz maneuver. Have fun with that. It's like a giant eagle, but also, more importantly, he gets to make a multi-attack. There's too many frogs, actually, to slurp. So I think he's just gonna claw at the water as the tongues shoot out and try to eat the swarm that surrounds him.
Hop, my lovelies, hop.
He will claw at the coalesced frogs. There's the critical hit. Scattering them for 17 points of damage. They're still in it. They're still in it to win it.
Excellent.
What is frog AC? Frog swarm. It is.
I imagine it's like 10.
Yeah, this first one will hit 2 for another 9. The frogs get punched by these great big grabbers that this mosquito has. It stramps the water, crushing and punching. And that is the end of Big Mosquito's turn. Belle, you're watching the frogs. One of them is calling for artillery. Another one's saying we're being overrun as the swarm descends upon them. What do you do?
I raise my hands like a grand concerto, and I begin to sing the death march of the mosquito. And then I realize I can't inspire the frogs, so instead, the person who will be clearly most inspired by this is our resident frog sniper in the party himself, Pax, who has been training so hard along with these frogs. He knows the death song. And as I raise my hands in a concerto, please take a bardic inspiration dice. Also, I will cast Fairy Fire as the grand finale of my, conducting, Bugs Bunny style, and it just will spray out in front of this mosquito's face.
Alright. What save am I making against Fairy Fire?
Against Fairy Fire, you're going to make a dexterity saving throw. My spell save DC is 16.
He will roll a natural 14. And
this is disappointing.
weave game. There's something about his like wings that are giving him like an erratic aerial movement that makes him quite hard to track. Even though John isn't gonna micromanage the fuck out of this big old bug. But he is buzzing. Trying not to get slapped by the hand of God, it seems.
Alright.
Any movement?
I mean, I can't conduct my frogs if I move from my perch, so...
True.
I
Then-
gotta stay here.
Pax, you're being shot at from the fucking reeds! What do you do?
Yeah. I look down at the ricocheted, I guess, bolt or arrow that bounced off my shield as the shield fades away. And Pax looks around wildly to call out to the assassin. And say, "You picked a bad time to do this! I have the money to pay you back! Just trust me!" And I'll attack Big Mosquito.
Okay. Make your shots.
First shot.
The sad thing is
21.
you're not lying. You guys have a full ton of gold right now.
Yeah, that we can probably not even carry all of back.
21 is definitely a hit.
Okay. For 9 piercing.
9 piercing damage. You strike true into Big Mosquito. Some of the flies scatter.
I just want to read this. So, because of the type of bard I am, you can use it for damage. I wasn't sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, cut in. I just needed to remind myself.
I mean, I'll dump that into damage that Bardic gave me.
What? Oh, yeah, true. Go ahead and roll the d8. That is an extra 6 points of damage. There we go.
And I'll take my second shot.
The 11 is
Probably
unfortunately
missed.
quite low.
And then I will take my movement and I will sprint wildly away from the direction the arrow came from.
Okay.
So I will sprint 30 feet this way.
Perfect. Before the start of our good old Joe Knoll's turn, beautiful Joe Knoll, big, beautiful boy Joe Knoll, a legendary action is going to take place, known as Buzz Buzz. He's going to reposition slightly. He doesn't like where he's at. He's too close to the dwarves. He's too close to the frogs. He wants to be closer to the guy who just shot him. Come here. Is that 10 feet? How close am I? I want to be 10 feet next to Pax. I can move him back. There we go. Perfect. Alright, Joe Knoll, go for it.
Alright.
Oh,
That's
wait,
a
your
great
turn
job for a big
starts.
one, Janelle.
Before you start your turn, why don't you get swarmed by parasites? Can you please suffer 5 poison damage at the start of your turn?
Sure.
I love warlock mechanics, guys.
Blessed be.
Now, please take your turn, as I remember what I put on this fucking stat block.
Yeah. Maybe we can put down some of that swarm parasites with a fireball.
Please tell me
yeah,
you're gonna get Pax in it as well, right?
We're gonna try not to. We're gonna put it out here somewhere.
You're gonna put it out there somewhere? Okay.
Yeah.
He's not worried about me, he's worried about frogs.
It's 20-foot radius, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
You want it to be here?
Yeah, hold on.
God, I love playing geometry games, guys. What about you?
We should all just put
Yeah,
arms
everyone
on
just
each
make your
side.
own circles.
This is super helpful.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I can hit it and it alone. I don't know
Yeah,
why
for
we're
sure.
fighting about this.
No, I'm just fucking around. I'm having a great time. Are you not having fun?
I like geometry.
It will suffer half of this damage. Jesus Christ! What level did you cast this at?
third
That is
Oh my god!
that is incredible.
for 42 damage, so I guess it's 21
Uh,
and a half.
the big
Or
mosquito.
6 and a 5 is kind of nuts.
Yeah, that's probably the highest I've seen rolled naturally. Spooky Jonal, I think you're now priority uno muno. I don't know.
Thank God, now
Not
I
like
get
that.
to play a grung. Hell yes.
The frog.
Kill us.
The frog AA battery. He used to be a swarm of frogs. Is there a swarm of frogs stat block that I'm just not utilizing?
There has to be. It's D&D.
Swarm of poisonous toads, let's go.
Let's go. I don't have them. I have Swarm of Esteron, which are like weird little salamander dragons.
That's
Close
fun.
enough. That sounds
Yeah.
close.
Close enough.
Yeah, they're magic.
They're gonna hit. Yeah, for 5. You know,
Woo!
they get it. No big
Oh.
deal. The big ol' toad swarm is doing its best, and that's all we can really ask of it.
Hop by Toadie's hop.
Alrighty, that brings us to you, Osric.
Alright, I'm assuming going through the pond would be going through difficult terrain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of water right here, but can I like still go this way, kind of?
Yeah, if you account for the difficult terrain.
I love being a dwarf and not being able to move.
Oh,
Well, I
good.
have an extra 10 feet of movement, actually,
Yeah.
because I'm a barbarian.
You know, if you get on this rock and, like, push Belle off it, you can make a sick jump, you know? Like from the hit movie Reign of Fire.
Could I like squat down so she can run off my back to
Oh,
like
hell
Jesus.
yeah. Can
No, I
you
wanna
pull
be
a
able to make it
Matthew
up to the rock.
McConaughey right
This
now?
little tiny little thing right here keeps fucking me up. Because this would be
You know, running through cattails and reeds is probably not advisable either.
Listen.
Here, just take the dash action. You have 35 feet of movement. You could jump onto its back.
Oh, damn.
I would be
Would you let
happy
me
to
do that?
Matthew McConaughey you onto this thing's back.
Can I do that?
Yeah, Belle needs to use her reaction to help you.
I am reacting to help here.
Alright, give me an athletics
I'm-
check.
Jumping off this fucking back. Athletic.
Indeed.
With advantage or just straight?
Yeah, with advantage.
It's already a +8 to my athletics. Anything
Alright.
helps, right? 18, thank God.
Alright, this thing isn't very acrobatic, so it is going to contest you from grappling onto it with its athletics check. Oh, it will fail. You will jump onto its back and land on Big Mosquito.
Yeah.
It feels gross as these fibrous
Oh.
hairs start to wiggle and pierce into your skin.
Gross.
There's also, like, millions of bugs just swarming your face right now.
Alright, great.
Yeah, have you ever
is
seen,
this my
like, the
action?
Resident Evil 7 game?
No.
No.
Alright, never mind then.
Is this my
Anything
action?
else?
Yeah, you dash.
Okay. Then I will be using my bonus action to rage.
Okay.
I did not attack, so I don't think I get an extra attack.
True.
That's okay. Alright, yeah. I'll just rage so I can take half damage at whatever comes next.
You got it. The assassin, dressed like a clown, pops up from the swamp itself. You can see him. He breaks cover. He's like, for real? You have the money?
I do!
And
I
then
have
he
it!
shoots
I
you in the
promise!
face. Fuck! Come on! You are the worst assassin ever!
I mean, he did the job.
Indeed. Oh well. He ducks back down. What a shitter. What a goddamn idiot. Alright, Simon, that brings us to you, bud.
The never-ending battle of just trying to approach an enemy that's running away.
Yeah.
Get out the blowgun.
I could get here if I dash.
Yep.
Which is what I'll do. And then pray he does not move again.
Yeah.
Yep.
This thing moves again. It's 60 feet of movement speed. Doing that motion just to swarm you. Osric's on for the ride, at least this round. And this guy, after getting fireballed point blank, is gonna beat the shit out of Jonal. Jonal, here comes an attack with their claws. Ugh!
Miss.
This is a 13 hit.
That's a miss, sir.
Oh my god. Well. Okay. Fuck. I think I hit the frog twice. I don't think that crit was legal. This multi-attack. You know what? I'm just gonna give it multi-attack. It should have 2 attacks. Jonal, take another attack for fun.
Yeah, that hits.
There you go. Suffer 7 damage.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And then a 15 athletics check. That's likely to happen.
Yeah. You are now grappled, and while you are grappled, you are restrained.
On its back?
There we go.
John?
I'm sorry?
It's a grapple train.
Is it technically grappled because I'm on its back?
No, you're riding it. It was trying to shake you off. It's size huge. You could do this to a giant if you wanted, Osric. You ever want to ride a giant around?
That would be fun.
That would be cool. Alright. That's it. Belle, it's your turn.
Alright, I look at this thing and I say, your buzzing around is getting me down. It's time for you to slow it down. And I drop a bit of molasses on my tongue and cast the slow spell.
Oh my god. A wisdom save. No.
DC 16.
Alright, it needs a 12 up. Let's see it. Yeah, no.
It's a 40-foot cube. It's a 40-foot cube that includes targets of my choice. I choose the bug and not Osric. So you don't need to save.
Can I make a meme argument?
No. The rules say that. The rules say that it's creatures of my choice.
Yeah.
I think it would be really funny though.
I think it'd just be really funny if you just only hit the little swarms, you know? Just individual mosquitoes. It is slow.
Individual mosquitoes feel really bad.
Indeed. And as it is slowed... Fuck.
It has a whole bunch of bullshit that it has to deal with.
Yeah.
Its speed is halved, it takes a penalty to AC and dex saves, it can't use reactions, and then it can either use a bonus action or an action on its turn, not both.
Well, fair. Luckily, a legendary action ignores its turn. Is this the end of your turn?
I will grant a bonus action of Bardic Inspiration to Osric. I'm like, ride that thing wild.
He fucking ha.
Uh-oh. Okay. At the end of Belle's turn, you will see it will move at half speed, no longer moving 60 feet, but instead will move 30 feet straight up into the air, dragging Jonal, who is grappled, as well as Osric, who is riding him. 30. And we will just... Oh, no. The 2 of your party members are flying. Pax! You're still taking shots from the assassin. Big mosquito.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Assassins
for it.
would screw me up. Moving over here with half my movement. I look up at the mosquito. I look at where the assassin was.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted. I will... Let me see. Do I have anything with which to bring this mosquito down? It's out of 30 feet of me, right? Because it went straight up.
Yeah, I mean...
So I can't Hexblade's curse it.
Oh, unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. I'm going to cast Darkness on myself.
Based. Let me give you an aura real quick. A pure darkness. Now, what's the range? 15-foot radius?
Yeah.
Oh, I've just crashed my Roll20 again. LOL. Thanks. Roll20.
Happens.
I can't wait to move to Jump Gate, where this won't happen all the time. Alright, 15-foot radius of darkness. There you go. Wow, that does not blend in well at all. Let's change that color to something a little bit more vivid. Alright. That white aura is your darkness, I guess.
Yeah, that works. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Well, actually, at the end of my turn, I cast that and I step 5 feet this way.
Alrighty.
Just so, like, I'm not standing where I was.
Okay. Based, actually. Jonal, you are 30 feet in the air. You are grappled by these two long pincer claws. Osric is nearby. What do you do?
Give me my 5 poison damage.
Yes, suffer 5 poison damage.
Thank you.
Keep
polite.
about it.
What do I do? Do I fireball my teammate? I mean, it seems pretty based. Yeah.
Incredibly based.
It's slow right now. You can't dodge.
Osric has given you blanket permission to fireball anytime he is fighting something. He's like, don't even fucking wait for me, man. You just go.
Live your
Listen, life.
You might not care about you, but I care about you, so at least you're gonna auto-pass your deck save.
Aww.
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 As I fireball, so the edge just singes my eyebrows.
Yeah.
Osric does have this. You don't really need to worry about it so much.
Yeah, I'm doing it anyway.
He's doing it anyway. True.
Decisions have been made.
Yeah. I also have this.
Let's see it. Let's see the fireball.
Shit, you're right. I need to actually click the button.
Alrighty, the deck save
32
comes.
this time.
Just barely manages to pass it. For 32 halved is what?
16. Yep.
Oh my god, this guy is getting chunked. He needs to kill Joe Null, or there's going to be more fireballs coming straight towards him. That's all Big Mosquito
There really
can think
are.
about.
Isn't it still in the slow cube?
What?
It
Yes.
is slow.
Yeah,
It
it's
is slowed, yes. It
Yeah,
has,
so it takes a -2 to its
it
dex
takes
save.
-2 deck saves.
Fuck!
Bump down to 14.
Alrighty.
That's 28 damage.
36. 36.
Nice.
There we go. Take anti-inspiration, Thyman, for reminding someone else of their spell rather than letting them correct me. Okay.
Okay. You get to choose when it applies, or is it like that still up to me?
Whenever you critically do anything cool, I'm gonna use it and just destroy it. Your cool moment. How about that?
That's understandable. I can respect it.
Just like how you destroyed Greg's cool moment by having him remind me of his slow effect. Okay. The giant toad croaks,
That should be
rivets.
+1 to teamwork, though. Team cohesion.
It does sound kind of cohesive.
Oh, no, Simon, go back to where you were. Where'd my swarm go? Oh, it's because of... Now, I know this says it needs to be in reach 0, but I'm gonna choose to believe that the frog tongues extend past 30 feet and just go straight for the mosquito swarm.
Heck yeah.
Alright, the 8 is unfortunate, but... if only it had advantage.
If only the woodpecker cried.
Top of the round, Osric. You suffered 16 fire damage from the fireball. Did you erase that?
I have not, no.
Yeah. I need you
Let
to
me get
get
it.
lower health so I can kill you in one hit, please.
It doesn't lower me that much,
Why not?
really.
Raging Barbarian that passes
Ooh.
a save doesn't take very much damage.
Yeah, but
And
it's not like
resistant to
she's
poison.
resistant to it, you know?
I'm also resistant
Resistant
to
to
poison.
poison.
Unfortunate. So take 2 poison damage at the start of your turn due to the swarm of mosquitoes or
Okay.
parasites.
Yeah, I think I don't take half of a half of raging. It's not.
No, you're not resistant while raging to.
I didn't think so. All right.
Yeah, you're not a bear barbarian.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on his back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my great axe
It's
to
great
do
axe.
a reckless attack.
Oh,
Plus
okay.
Damage.
For sure.
A reminder that it is slowed, so its AC is also down too.
Okay.
So we'll do the great axe.
20 will clear.
Very good. And it's my first attack as well, so I will also add my Divine Fury onto that damage. I'm gonna go with my extra attack again.
Oh my
with my
god.
great axe. At normal. Doo-doo. 22.
You reckless is for the whole turn.
Oh,
Yeah, it
Forgot.
is.
So fish for a crit.
let me see. Let me just do one more with my great axe. One more.
All right.
Nah.
You didn't get the crit, but
22
you do
size.
throw in another 10 damage. Boy,
Mm-hmm.
Big Mosquito's looking a little hurt. I hope he doesn't have a phase 2. That would suck, right?
Quick, rip off his magic hat.
Chef
I'm
Boyardee
just
pops
now.
out.
Oh God.
Oh,
This thing's been ratatouille'd all along.
Greg, you're not supposed to mention that. How'd you know? End of turn, Osric?
End of turn for Osric. He's still holding on.
Okay. Honestly, you're using a two-handed great axe to attack.
You didn't
Nah,
say
you're not
that.
holding on. Give me an athletics check.
Holding on with my thighs. I'm a
You're
professional.
raging.
rider.
Beat a 16 at advantage. You can do it.
Would you say athletics?
Yeah. You're using your grand thighs to mount a mosquito while
My
attacking
grand
it with a great
thighs.
axe. See, it's fine. Gosh, players, you know?
Grand thighs.
The assassin realizes something's wrong. He's cursed, which means his target is cursed, which means someone gave his target a blessing of curse protection, and the only person he could see who could possibly do that is Bell. The assassin pops up out of cover and shoots Bell in the face, or tries to, as I have to reopen his stat sheet. Suffer! He calls out. Does a 16 hit you, Bell?
A 16 will hit me, yes.
Okay.
I want to... I'll take the damage. Roll me damage. I'm looking at stuff here.
Okay, you'll take the 8, then I need you to make a DC 15 against that 21 poison he just rolled.
Does it tell me a range, does it? I have to look in the other one. I don't know how far this goes.
It's
Hellish
either
Rebuke, you mean?
60 to 120 for most spells.
He is just outside of range. Excellent. All right, I will take the damage and give you a Constitution save.
Yep.
Constitution is where? Constitution is here. So that is an unsuccessful save. I will take,
You will take the full-
21, 29 poison. I am still up, so half of that is 14 for concentration,
Okay.
which I
Unfortunate.
passed.
It is unfortunate that this man does not have advantage on that attack. Otherwise, he would have snuck attack you too. Fucking rogues. I hate rogues. The assassin says as he jumps back into the brush. Just being an annoying little fucker.
All right.
Simon, that brings us to you, bud.
Yep.
What do you do?
Well, he's up there.
Yep.
I'm down here. Yep. pretty cool. Can't do much.
Get out the dark
Blowgun
gun.
time.
You have a dart
We're
gun?
pulling the blowguard.
Alright, use a blow. 17's gonna hit.
17. Oh boy. 3.
3
Yeah.
points of piercing damage. Amazing.
Then,
Yeah.
well,
Nice a little shy.
it was good while it lasted. Great turn, everyone. Had a blast trying to fight the guy. Can't do
Okay.
much. Cannot do much.
John, sorry to interrupt. Can you
I
add an
will.
additional 1 damage onto the mosquito because my Divine Fury is supposed to be +3, not +2.
Divine Fury is supposed to be +3?
Yeah, because it goes up when I level, and I forgot that.
Wow. Take a point of anti-inspiration for
Thank you.
sweating
Yeah,
the
I'll
1
do that.
damage.
Every point counts. So
My blowguard did 3, okay, and I still went for it.
Alright. The blow dart went through. The plus or -1 went through as well. Okay. Big
Gave impact.
move. Can you, for fun, just put in the slow effect so I can read it one more time? I always fuck up with slow.
Slow, he can move half his movement, and he can take either a bonus or a action, but not both. And the spells
Interesting.
get weird, but I don't
I
think
can only
he
do
can
1
spell
attack.
after.
Well,
He only gets 1 attack.
then it is going to fly up, now 60 feet, and then it is going to use its action to do its one big devastating attack, known as Slurp, against Jonal, who's saluting the camera, it looks like. Jonal, you're restrained. It has advantage to hit. Are you ready?
Sure does. Yep.
Does a 24 hit you?
Yep.
Alright. You are going to be slurped for 15 piercing damage and 18... Oh my god, it max rolled necrotic damage. Oh!
Okay.
Are you still up?
Kind of.
Ouch.
What do you mean, kind of? Are you at 0 or not?
Nope. I will be.
Oh! I
Come
wanted
my
to kill
turn.
you in 1 hit!
Love
Guys,
maxing.
you watch as Jonal's face drains of coloration. He is going pale. His blood is being sucked out like his body is a Capri Sun. However, he's still alive. He has enough blood, just enough, not to become a bag of bones. Ugh. Which is super unfortunate, because I really needed that to kill you. Alright, that is the end of his turn.
Is that his phase 2?
No, that's just an attack he has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he could just do that infinite
Slurp.
times. However,
Awesome.
he needs to remake his wisdom saving throw against Slow, which he does.
He does.
He
He
will
will
pass.
succeed, yes.
He shakes off the Slow. He can't wait. Belle, it's your turn. Can you fell the
Alright.
beast?
How high up am I on this rock? Geometry matters.
We'll say 10 feet. So he's 50 feet from you.
Okay, that works for me. I point my finger at him and I say, land. And I will cast the command spell against him.
Okay. Big Mosquito will make his saving throw. Is it wisdom again?
Wisdom DC 16, yes please.
Big Mosquito, I need you not to land. Fuck. He's gonna have to land. Can you post command
He's
for me?
gonna have to land. Yeah, absolutely.
I just need to make sure. If it doesn't understand your language, it understands your language. It's a weird, mystical fucking mosquito guy. Okay.
Bug Boyardee.
When does it do this, is my question. Just on its next turn?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. However, a legendary
For
action.
the rest of my turn, I'm going to get down from the rock so that Assassin Man can't easily get me again.
Yeah,
and then
you'll be behind cover for sure.
Yeah, and then with my bonus action, I am going to not give anything out this turn. I am going to viciously mock this mosquito, as seems that your reign of terror will come to an end in a delicious Chef Boyardee stew.
You have already used your action.
A bonus action.
You can bonus action Vicious Mockery?
Indeed. I cannot. Never mind.
Okay.
Then I give out I give out inspiration to. You know what, Jonal? You look like you need it. You look thirsty, man. Have a drink of my musical words.
Jonal is gonna need that, because at the end of your turn, a legendary action is gonna go off.
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
We are gonna use his second legendary action, known as Swarm 'em. Specifically on Jonal. Jonal, I need you to make me a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. You have Bardic Inspiration, which is unfortunate, but, well, you know, for Big Mosquito. Fortunate for you. Oh, it just wants your blood, you know? Give it to me. Yes. Are you gonna roll that D8?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
you will suffer
I dropped
6
0.
poison damage. And at the start of this guy's next turn, he's gonna get that beautiful blood back. He wants that 6 health, and I need to actually track that. Ugh. Cool. Alright, that is the end of the legendary action. That brings us to Pax, buddy.
The mosquito's 50 feet up in the air, and it's just thrashing Jonal with its swarm right now.
Oh, yeah.
Jonal's not moving. Okay. I was going to hunt the assassin, but I think I have to shoot the mosquito now.
Okay. Now, because you are in darkness, normally you would get advantage. But Big Mosquito has what's known as thermal vision and can see you through your magical darkness.
Ah.
So, you'll attack him.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Natural 1, alright. I see that again, please.
Yep.
Oh, the 19's
And the
gonna hit,
19.
though. Oh, for 10.
In piercing.
10 piercing. He's so close to being dead or in phase 2. No one's certain.
Alright.
Any movement packs?
You saw the arrows come out, so I'll just move this way.
Okay. You shimmy slightly closer to the water, as Jonal will be swarmed
Automatically
by
fail a death
mosquitoes.
save from
And
the mosquitoes.
Automatically fail a death save as you take damage. And then you will make your death saving throw. And please, please, please roll me a natural 1. Die. Fuck.
Disappointing.
It is.
I want these frogs to get the finishing blow. If they
The
crit,
frogs.
can they do it?
They ribbit. You know, they could shoot their tongues 30 feet in the air. You know what they're gonna do? They're smart enough. They know that it's gonna land on its next turn, guys.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna bite the fuck out of it.
Let's go.
The problem is Osric goes first.
Osric is raging.
Yeah.
So he's attacking.
You're gonna attack? But if...
Can do another.
Wait! You think for a moment, Osric. If you kill the beast and drop 60 feet, Jonal's gonna be crushed, not just by the ground, but also the body that's holding it. Are you going to risk Jonal's life to kill your foe?
Grung.
Oh, well.
How? I mean, I didn't realize the health was that low. I thought I could handle like 1 hit.
Does a raging barbarian think that way?
I don't know. That's
Or are
why
they
I'm
just
asking.
raging?
Does Jonal mutate into a grung?
So my plan was
Find out
to
next
do
time.
1 hit, and then do like a dramatic rescue of Janal
Yeah.
as we either crash landed or
Okay.
you know. Because
See this.
he'll take a hit.
If you
landing.
want to
He's
take
fine
an
with that.
attack action, and then if you kill it on your next attack, change it to a grapple, and like leap off the body to grab Jonal in a heroic fashion, I'll let you. I'm down for that.
Right, here we go. 1 great X.
A 15
Oh,
is one
doesn't
shy of it's AC.
Are you including the might? Oh no, never mind. It's
He's
not.
not
No, it
slow.
doesn't exist anymore, yeah.
Rubber.
Osric, what do you
Double
do with
15.
your second
Is there-
attack?
Is there a bardic still on Osric?
Did I get a Bardic?
Did you use it last turn?
I didn't know I got one.
You,
So I did not use it.
You do have one.
I
Uh-oh.
wasn't paying attention, I guess. Alright, I'll add a D8. That's enough.
That's far less disappointing and way less dramatic. But you will strike it as Osric's like, wait, I have a
Divine Fury's in there
bardic.
too.
Ah!
Just saying.
Into the head of Big Mosquito, bringing it to 0 hit points. Or does he? Big Mosquito begins to fall. Do you make a mad jump and grab for Jonal as he's released?
Yes.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check. We're gonna set this somewhat difficult. We're gonna say it's DC 15.
Okay.
You added Divine Fury.
I
Every
needed
point
to.
matters, John.
Everything
That's
already
every
dead.
turn, my very first attack always gets Divine Fury.
It's true. You swing.
Okay. Athletics.
Acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics.
I'll still
Ooh,
take the
okay.
natural too, if you don't mind. Because I love respecting the dice you roll first. I hate the letters underneath it. You jump, reaching for Jonal, the glue that holds your party together. Truly the protagonist of this story. You leap for his body, and suddenly, oh no, you pushed off. You're reckless. You're raging. You miss Jonal's beard because he doesn't have one. You're used to catching dwarves falling down mountainsides, Osric, but he is no dwarf. He's a half-elf. And he will crash straight into the ground. Unfortunately, I don't think fall damage can do 44 damage, even at 66 of fall damage. I'm gonna roll it for fun.
36 is the most.
Indeed. Oh. Jonal, you will take 1 death saving failure. Osric, you will take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash into this
Totally fine.
rock.
Totally fine.
And I will erase the elevation as they come crashing
Right.
to the ground.
Still have my bonus action.
What do you do with your bonus action?
I heal this motherfucker.
You can
Or is
heal
that an
people?
action in your game? I have 3 healing potions.
You
I'm
can
pretty sure
apply
that was
it
an
to
action.
someone as an action, but you can drink it yourself as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's what
Could
I
you
was asking.
give it to someone as a bonus action? Like just hand it to a different person?
That is a free item interaction.
Alright. I hand it to whoever's closest.
Alright, you hand it to the Rock. He's right there. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I knew we had another ally in here. Let's go.
Quick, Rock, do something!
It's like that Hunger Games meme of just 2 eyes open up and look at you. Osric, that will be the end of your turn as the assassin
At the end of my turn.
pops up. You know, Thymond hasn't been getting shot enough. We need to send a
Dude, I've just
bolt.
been sitting here.
You've been sitting here. You know what? He's hidden. I'm gonna give him just a longbow shot at advantage because I deserve it. Oh,
Hey,
it
go ahead.
doesn't matter. Oh! When a mosquito dies, God opens a critical hit. Thank you, RNGesus.
Would you be upset if I just made you re-roll that with lucky?
I'll just counter it with your anti-disadvantage. Or your anti-inspiration. Make up your mind.
I mean, it's my thing. I can just... It's lucky.
Well, you better, because you are going to be suffering a casual 6 + 4. You make DC 15 at advantage because you're a dwarf. And then you'll suffer 16 + 13 more piercing damage. Get ready to make some saves. I want to one-shot you. Can I do that?
I honestly don't know if that's enough damage with my resistance.
Alright. Well, make your save. Let's see if that poison gets quartered. As I tally that up. That is a failure. So you will take half of 16, or 26, which is 13, plus 9 is poison, or the second poison, plus 16, plus 13. You will suffer 61 combined points of piercing and poison damage. Ouch.
If we still had the temporary hit points, I would be alive.
We haven't long rested.
Yeah, you guys haven't long rested, I don't think.
Oh. Then, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm up.
Yeah, what's your health?
Fine.
It's not high, I'll tell you that. Currently, 58 plus 8 is my health. Minus that by the total of 61, I'm at a casual 5 HP.
Perfect.
You're doing fine. You
You're
got
doing
a whole
great.
more HP than I do.
Simon, it's your turn.
Yep. I'm gonna do the stabilize action on Jonal.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Unless
Use
that,
the potion for yourself, you fucker.
I don't know. You gave it to the rock, okay? I'm not a rock. I'm a human being.
God damn it, Dwayne.
Look,
Sorry, guys.
should have gave it to me.
I just got back.
I always
from
knew
the
Dwayne was a
1-3.
selfish champ.
They like turn around, it's already empty. The rock
We
drank
were
it.
filming Jumanji 4 with Jack Black. What do you do?
Jack Black, how dare you?
If I do have the health potion, I'll just give it. I'll feed Jonal. Like a baby
Alright.
bird.
You want to feed him a beautiful healing potion?
Yeah,
Okay.
mother bird to baby bird.
Ew. Disgusting. Simon does this! Please roll. It's just a common healing potion. Jonal, you heal for 7. It's beautiful. You think to yourself for a moment as you come into consciousness. Your eyes open wide. You're still covered in parasite swarms.
Where's all my blood?
You look at the creature. Big mosquito before you. The swarm shifts away from your body and moves right into Big Mosquito's skull. His chef's out. A rat pops out, runs away all of a sudden, as if it was hiding there all this time like a weird pet. And watch as its faded eyes suddenly relight as it gains 6 hit points of surface.
How far can it run?
He doesn't need to run.
Well, it doesn't. It has to land.
It is landed. It crashed. Oh,
The best way to land.
oh. It's not over yet. The
But this
frog's
means that
get
the
a
frog can
chance
get
to
its
end
chance.
this.
Yeah.
A frog get the chance. Yes, frogs. It was always about the spawn, the seed of Big Frog.
The
That's
claw
what
attacks
happens
come
in my
out.
next turn.
Jonal, you're still primary target numero uno. It will
That's
claw
fine.
you for a 19. You both are prone. It's technically at disadvantage, but it's normalized since you're within 5 feet.
I
of it.
will cast shield. It misses.
It misses on a 19.
Yep, I have 20 AC with shield.
What about a 25?
That hits.
Go back down. Tells you.
Exactly my HP. Okay, I'm at 0.
You're at 0.
No,
It
does it
shuffles.
not have disadvantage because it's prone, so it's 13, not 25?
No, I'm prone too.
Indeed.
What?
On the ground,
fucking
its
Christ,
wings
you
are
guys.
battered. The ride of Osric, the crash, it can't move. So instead, it shuffles right up next to you, Belle. Belle.
I have a question before it does that.
Okay.
The frog used its action to like prepare a bite. Has it bite this
Oh.
thing?
Fuck. You're right.
I would like my frog spawn that I've been training to bite this fucking thing.
It's gonna bite it. It provokes an attack of opportunity anyway, for sure. Here it comes. 16 is its AC. This attacks
Come on.
melee. Yes, it's gonna be melee. It's at advantage. It's prone. It's a big old broken bug. Oh, it hits.
Let's go, frogs.
All right, it has 6 life. Oh, that's the assassin.
Just obliterate.
Nope, that's not what I wanted to hit. No!
No!
We
Frogs.
min-rolled.
Oh.
Next turn. Belle. At the start of your turn.
Yeah, do I just take 5 or
You
do
just
I
take
have
5
any...
as if a warlock with Cloak of Flies is swarming you.
So I'm going to go unconscious, but before I do, it took damage. It's a monster I can see within 30 feet of me.
For sure.
I want to hellish rebuke it. How
Okay.
dare this thing touch the daughter of Smoke and Shadow John? I don't know why I didn't roll the damage there, but I would like you to make a DC 16 save or take 2d10 fire.
Is it for half damage?
It is.
Alright, you need to roll
like you to-
1s for me. Not for 5. It doesn't matter what it passes.
All right. We trade unconsciousness, but I want to make sure that it burns.
The fire engulfs it. Its body is ignited. The swarms... I just moved the bonfire. Begin to burn up and char. We're not out of this danger zone yet, Pax.
Yep, I'm hunting the assassin.
Go for it.
From here. Does this thing move with me?
Yeah. You cast darkness on yourself.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, I go over here, and I'd like to look for the assassin.
Okay, give me a perception check. Your DC to beat
I'm great. I'm great at these.
is 23.
Not that great.
Okay.
I call out for him to show himself because he's not leaving the swamp alive
Oh.
otherwise. And if he shows himself and puts down his bow, he'll get his money. And we'll be done with each other.
Pax, give me a persuasion check. Because honestly, this assassin sees a half-dead party, and he's got a longbow and 30 feet of movement against dwarves. You say you have the money, but does he believe you? Oh. What does that mean? Is he too stupid to believe you? Is that what that means? No. You rolled
His greed
high. High's
overtakes him.
good, right? The assassin. Somewhere in my GM layer that I cannot find. There he is. We'll call out, show me the money first! Or I'll gun down you and your friends. Jonal.
Oh, we all know. Okay.
Sorry. It's a 6-second combat round. And Jonal's bleeding out on
So-
the ground.
Successes and failures go away when I come back up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a monster.
I did that in the miss. It worked pretty good.
Wow. Alright. The giant toad. Or really, the swarm of toads. Will grab Jonal with their tongues. Not to consume him, but to drag him away from the burning. Solely because he was proximity, and they can't reach Bell. Alright. Osric!
Osric shakes his fucking head.
I want to point out that the only two things I've ever killed as Bell have both been with Hellish Rebuke. If you touch Bell, you will die in a flame of fire, is the rule we've seen.
I give Diamond another fucking healing potion, like point.
Oh. Who'd we lose?
To
We
Janal.
lost Pax.
Pax.
Pax? Hey guys, I'm on this corner. I'm still in my camera frame, I swear. We're just waiting for Pax real quick. There he is! Pax! There we are. We cannot hear you if you are talking.
You hear me now?
Now I can, yes. Osric, you give Diamond another healing potion.
Point to Janal. I take my last healing potion, because I bought 3 of them, and I go heal fucking Bell.
Alright.
Stomping his feet, like grumbling under his breath. Weak ass, motherfucking, stupid ass.
Okay.
Alright.
Do your healing
Shove it
juice.
down her throat. And those are all of my healing potions.
Good. That's what I like to hear. I like how there's like a Xena warrior princess in the background. This track.
That's my unseen servant.
And after all this, Osric is gonna walk out over here. Around the fucking thing. Gonna hold up his bag of diamonds, of glittery jewels, and like shake it. And like, come here, little fucking assassin! Come here!
Yeah, how many
want me
diamonds
to
do you have
roll
in that
the-
pouch?
I have 7 gemstones worth 10 gold pieces each.
That's not nearly enough. And this
No,
guy
but it's
has
a
the
nice-
best
it's-
ears in the world for money. Nah.
I mean, yeah, but this is not like the full amount, obviously. This is just
Alright.
to get him to come here.
The assassin gives you an ultimatum pack. Show him the money or get shot.
We all know. It's not my turn though.
He's readied his action.
I throw out my heavily laden bag with gold coins from the hoard we stole, because we know Pax loaded his pockets the second he saw it.
Okay. How much money did you
If you
have?
can't see it, you're in darkness.
Did you guys
No,
have
I throw it out.
money from the
I throw
hoard?
it out of the darkness. Yeah, we found 58,000 gold. So I don't know how much can you fit in a pocket,
In a
You hundred?
pocket?
or in
His
a,
deep
in a
pockets.
A
Shove- I
pouch is
shoved money
50
in a pouch.
coins.
pouch? Okay, just
How much
a
platinum was in
bag
there?
of 50 gold.
None.
Was there platinum?
No.
I have platinum.
Yeah.
I
That was
throw
my-
my pouch of 50 gold coins soaring out of the darkness, and I go, "That's just what I have on me. I have the rest hidden. You'll get it after."
Pax, how much do you owe this man?
2,500.
Easy.
Okay. Lyman, we're not out of the danger zone yet. But your warlock is paying off an assassin, it seems like. What do you do, Simon? As Jonal bleeds
I'm
out.
gonna go feed another potion to Janal and then tell them stop dying.
Okay. Big Mosquito is on
Ruining
fire.
the mood.
Bell is stabilized. Guys, I have to ask, as it becomes Pax's
Do I
turn.
not?
Oh, what's up? I skipped you.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
given a healing potion. Do I not regain consciousness?
You do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ooh, nice roll. Bell, it is your turn.
All right. This guy's been talking, I guess. He shot me,
He did.
right? Is it possible for me to walk around this rock and like I at least look for him? I kind of know where he is, right?
Yeah. He's corner camping the map somewhere for sure.
Okay. So I look for him, and if I can see him, I would like to cast a spell on him.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay, excellent.
He's doing that annoying rogue thing where he...
I can't see anything. Well, he keeps shooting us and not hiding afterwards, so I'll just hide behind the rock again. You haven't ever rolled a single dice, John?
I don't need to until you guys start looking
Yes,
for
you
him,
do.
right? Because it's meta to know what he rolls for his stealth. So if he's taking bonus action hide checks, what's the point of me rolling that publicly 4 times, right?
The point is that you're showing the action being taken.
Okay. Well,
It's all good.
I have stated multiple times, and you can review the VOD if you don't believe me.
I don't
The
have
nat
to.
1, you know, there's so many burned bugs just in your face right now, Belle. You cannot
Yeah.
see this assassin.
I can't. That's my turn.
Okay. Pax, is it finally time to pay off your debt? Or are you just waiting for a chance to kill this motherfucker?
No, I'm full on like, we can't carry all that gold. We'll pay off this guy. And we'll buy any healing potions he has on him. Like, let's talk business. This is a negotiation now.
Okay.
We'll also buy any healing potions you have.
Anti-venom.
That would be awesome.
Okay. It seems that Pax is wanting to pay off the bounty on his head to the assassin. And I must ask the party, do we respect that? Or do we kill this fucking guy? Fuck this assassin. He's just experience points.
I want
Piece of
5
shit.
HP.
That doesn't
Yeah,
answer
I'm-
me, Simon.
That is my answer.
Alright.
Uh,
Lyman chooses cowardice over casualties. Based. Jonal.
Yeah, I'm dragging myself behind a rock. I'm good. I'm out of juice in both the blood in my body and magical energy sort of way.
Understood. The frog swarm moves closer to Belle, asking if they did good.
They did great. I give them lots of pets.
They get obliterated the first round, and we're like, oh yeah, fuck this guy. Osric, it seems that Pax is paying off debts, but he just took a shot at your companions. Can you abide that?
Osric will gather 3,000 whatever's worth of gold. You know, whatever makes that up.
Okay.
Gems and gold in combination. And he'll wrap it up nicely. And he'll just start walking in a direction, just kind of like shaking it.
Uh-huh.
Here, little assassin, come and get it.
Okay. This assassin's no stupid idiot. He will tell you to put it on the ground, back up, and we'll take it. Which means you have to choose. Right now, be real, because we need to take a break.
Mhm.
Are you gonna fuck this guy up, Osric? It's on you. You get the
So
choice.
tempting.
I know, I'm tempting
so
you.
tempting. I
Further
know.
violence?
Osric is not one to leave. No, he's seen us. He knows what we're up to. You know, he's killed 2 of my friends. You know, or tried at least to kill one of them, and then did kill the other one, which is unfortunate. And he still has health, but is he healthy enough to fight a rogue right now?
Grapple him.
I think it would be really funny if you just swigged the potion of fire giant strength and mashed this man.
Ass.
Osric could do that. I forgot that we had potions. in that
Osric.
board too.
Tell me. This
Oh,
is a
I'm
short
so
interaction.
tempted.
Leave money, walk
I
away.
know,
He
I
takes the money
know.
and walks in a different direction.
Okay, you know what? This is about fixing a reputation that has been harmed. All right, for
Okay.
PAX.
True.
For PAX. Osric will leave the money and will step away.
Wow. Choosing
But-
honor above vengeance. Look at you. That's some character growth.
Osric will make it very clear that he is doing this to be kind.
Wow.
This is kindness.
Kind to the clown. Pax, unless you have some secret meme of stabbing this man in the face with a bow and arrow, we can go to break.
No, I just want to intimidate him to never come after me again. Like, we're done. If I ever see you again, one of us will not walk away, and I will be the one walking away.
I'm on the
Pretty
short
brave.
leash, motherfucker. Let me tell you right now.
For a man hiding in the dark. But who am I to talk?
Doesn't
He grabs the
assassinate,
money and
bro.
just darts off into the swamp. Alright, we're gonna take a quick break. Our party has defeated Big Mosquito, survived an assassin, paid off the assassin, and is in dire need to take a long rest for Christmas. We'll be right back. Woo! We are back, everyone. We have done it. We have defeated Big Mosquito. You watch as one of the frogs within your grand swarm notices a rat that is bounding away, leaps after it, nabs it, consumes it, and begins to glow in an ominous greenish-brown coloration. Honestly, it looks like he is being attacked by radiant diarrhea. What do you guys do?
My Baturi. I grew up so fast.
It's now Frogatui.
I cried at every one of my children's birthdays. It's just like the same thing.
Don't your children
Get ready to
have
shoot it,
birthdays?
so I'm not going to.
What?
You all will watch as this strange form of magical evolution takes place within this magical, sacred land. And soon enough, the frog who caught the rat, which was ratatouilleing Big Mosquito, is now the size of a... What's the breed called? A Pomeranian. That's how big this thing
Oh,
is now.
Jesus.
Quite
That's
a
a big
large
frog.
amphibian.
Yeah.
Less hairy, more rough around its... I got it rough. Back. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Guys. This frog looks at you. It does not speak your language. It is now humanoid. It is but a terrier-sized, small frog thing.
Did I pick it up and just like hold it above me? Like Lion King?
Rafiki.
You do this. It is large.
Look. See all that the swamp touches. This is your land.
The circle of frog.
The circle of rat, more like. You guys have this frog. You hurl it back down later as it begins to piss in your hand. Gross. Disgusting. Slimy.
Bold assumption, but okay.
We don't have this frog. This frog clearly belongs and will soon enough own the swamp. Truly.
True.
Yes, but we have to train it to be Big Frog again. And I'm not staying here another week.
Well, what you don't understand is it's gonna be exiled for a while. Well, Uncle takes over the kingdom, and then it has to come back and take the kingdom.
Yeah. It's a classy move. What are we gonna name him?
Toad.
Not very creative.
The
It's a frog.
Notorious F-O-R-G. F-R-O-G.
I think
Well
that's a
Put
great
him in
name.
Gibby. It'd be the frog.
How much shit did we get from the horde that Big Frog was sitting on again?
I'll tell
We
you.
gotta actually figure out what we're taking
Yeah.
with us and what we're
It
doing
is
here.
2 potions of superior healing, a potion of clairvoyance, an oil of etherealness, a potion of heroism, a potion of mind reading, a potion of invulnerability, a potion of fire giant strength, 58,000 now 55,000 gold pieces, and 11 gems valued at 1,000 GP each.
Sounds right.
It is.
That's it.
We definitely take the potions. We definitely take the gems.
Yeah.
As much
many
gold
gems
as
are
we
there?
can carry on the carpet.
I have.
There are a lot of
It's-
dead frogs now. After the mosquito got to them, those could make gold pouches.
It's a little
We're not gonna
disturbing
take-
for the survivors, I'd say.
No,
They
we're
don't
not.
have to see.
Alright. Ozark takes the gems. How heavy
Okay.
are these gems?
How
Gem
heavy are they? They're gems. They're negligible.
11
There.
gems should be fairly negligible, yeah.
Time to do
And then
money.
he will take a potion of Fire Giant Strength. The potion of Fire Giant Strength.
Oh yeah.
And what other one would be good for Ozric? What does heroism do?
It makes you immune to fear effects, like Dragon
Meh.
Spear, and it. Okay.
Ozric gives that one to Janelle.
So we have 1.1 thousand pounds of gold. Figure out what to do with.
Well, you can't take all of it, just to be frank.
We could take all
Who's
of it
Frank?
if we decide to walk.
I do like walking.
And I like money.
See,
Don't look
there's
at that
there
much
is a
gold,
fundamental
y'all.
problem with the theory, and that is I cannot walk on water.
Mm-hmm.
Can you swim?
But you can walk through the water and breathe it.
I might get carried away, honestly.
If you're way down by gold. Quickly, everyone give Jonal the money. Just crush it.
We gotta weigh
I think
down
we
his
all take-
boots.
How much would 2,000 gold weigh?
It's 50
Uh,
coins to the pound.
Yeah.
So 40 pounds.
I
Don't
mean,
you have
what's
a
the
carpet?
what's the weight allowance on the carpet?
We calculated that.
It's
Where-
1,600 total. Right now, we don't have any rations, so this is at like 800 or something.
Are we looking at the carpet spells?
I think 770,
Oil.
I would guess, because the rations were like 140.
Is it what? So, is it not possible to walk from here to the city?
Well, we
You
still
are
have something
in
to do here, don't we?
a river delta, and the city at the least amount of time or distance is 130 miles. And that's the outskirts. So long
It's
as
a
you
bit of a
guys have
walk.
the food, I don't suppose you couldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm saying we can carry about 300 pounds of gold. Probably actually more than that. We could carry almost 1,000 pounds of gold. It'd be fine. We would be really slow, but we could do it.
I think that's
So
reasonable.
if we take 1,000 pounds of gold, we'd only be leaving 100 pounds of gold behind.
Almost 1,000 pounds.
Yes.
Like 800 pounds.
Okay.
What is the Tower of the Inner Eye, and is it closer?
The Tower of the
Those
Inner
are
Eye is
Those
where
are the
that
wizards we
gnome
pissed
was
off.
from.
We don't want to
Yeah,
go.
they hate us. We don't. We're not going back.
I
Never
Okay,
really
kind of
understood
want-
why they hated us. That's a bummer.
I think we need to talk about whether or not we need help.
This is
Because-
life-changing money.
We know where the mermaids, not the mermaids, the water nymphs are, right? And we have the thing we need to like traverse with them. Maybe we go to where the water nymphs are, which is closer, put all the gold and stuff on the carpet like a Tensor's floating disc, and then we chat with the nymphs and get the next part of the quest done. Maybe they can help us do something with the gold.
Listen, guys,
They're gonna
I
assume we
really
killed Big
need
Frog.
to sleep.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
need
we can
long
actually
rest.
technically do that. There's a lot of swimming.
We need to get a.
I
We
think
need
we
to buy a boat.
I think we
need to
take
get
a
boat.
week training the Notorious FROG and have a long rest.
Okay.
And then we go do the sirens.
I don't know.
Okay, but
if
again, you guys are not
could-
listening to me. This is a lot of gold.
So
We can't
our
just be flying around with 40,000 gold pieces hanging out on a
If our
carpet.
if our biggest concern is really keeping all this gold, someone could just take enough gold to buy a boat and come back with the boat. If that is like our number one concern, right? We have a flying carpet that can carry a bunch of gold. They can go buy a boat and come back with like a boat and a captain, and then we have that gold. That is within the realms of things we can do.
Yeah.
Everyone else can take a little while foraging and resting in the middle of the swamp and hanging out with Giuseppe the Frog. Because I'm not saying the Notorious F-O-R-G every time. That's a long name.
No, it's not. Come on.
It's a lot of words.
You can
Like
just call
F.
him Midi.
So that's the idea I'm proposing. If we are Operation, I want all this money because I earned it fair and square.
Did we earn a fair and
So-
square, or did the frog just disappear on
Are
accident?
you the IRS? I mean, what's your deal, man? It's my money. I earned it.
Okay,
fair.
all right.
Call
Okay.
JG
So-
I think if
Yeah.
anyone is gonna have to leave, though, they're gonna get a boat. It's gonna have to be me, because out of all of us, I'm the only one here that's not so injured.
You also have
Or Pat.
11,000
I'm
gold worth of gems.
suppose I'm fine. So are me and Osric heading to Akamori and hiring a boat captain and bringing back a bunch of food and stuff.
Makes sense to me.
Buy a fast boat.
We should also like buy a chest or something just to have a place to actually put all this gold, so it's not just fucking loose. You know?
Consider
You need a lot of
the
chests.
chance of renting a boat instead of buying a boat or hiring a boat.
Yeah, of course. Renting.
Well, where are we going to
chartering
store
a
it?
boat.
Where are we going to store it afterwards?
We'll convert it to gems.
We'll buy
You
shit.
could buy property. Just like have a vacation rental in Buid.
Start an Airbnb.
We can buy a bunch of really
Yeah.
good material. All right, we
Rent
can
it
get
out.
better armor. We can get better weapons.
Yeah, these are all true.
So
Okay.
We can convert
winter is
it
coming.
into gems, which I also know can be used as components for magical things or something. We have to go to the city for this.
Which is why we need the boat.
Why we need a boat?
And the boat will allow us to go talk to the sirens and the people with the magical plants that allow you to breathe underwater. Everyone else can
If
be
we
up
buy the
top
boat
with the money.
instead of just renting a boat, we also buy a captain. I think that becomes a lot easier for us to make sure that the captain's not gonna fucking fly away somewhere.
But buying
I
people
don't
is
think
a little
slavery's
questionable.
legal. Let's get that out there.
Osric's senile and old. He meant charter and hire.
Unless you think
Yeah.
Giuseppe could drive a boat.
I don't mean buy him as in buy him as a person. I mean buy him as like buy his services, her services. We're
That's
equal
what I-
opportunity captains here.
That's what I meant. Like, go buy a boat and hire a captain. You're hiring him.
And then, we can make a deal with the captain that if you do this safely, you can have the boat when we're done.
It seems like a lot of work. I'd rather just charter a captain, say we need him for so long to do this river delta.
Yeah, but then you got no loyalty, you know? What if we, like, take their kids hostage or something? Wait, no, don't do
The
that.
loyalty is that we could slaughter them with no hesitation if they betray us. That's not cruel. That's just even.
That's implied by my very existence, all right?
We'll have
Okay, we're
one
getting too
person on the
complicated
boat
about
at
this.
all
Pax and I are
times.
gonna go.
This is
All right,
Yeah.
we're
way
gonna
too
take
much
like
talking for a
4,000
simple
gold
thing.
or something. Okay.
You have
Hypothetical
11,000 gold worth in just gems on your person at this very moment.
That's true, but that's not cold hard cash.
Basically is.
evil. Yeah, what's
I like the idea that Osric's just gonna enact the plot of Lady Vengeance and Buid.
All right, I'll take 1,000 gold. Because I still have my own money.
I think we each take 1,000 gold.
Yeah.
Just take 2,000 gold onto the carpet.
Okay.
Okay. And we can go real fast if it's just the two of us.
Osric and Pax will hop up onto their beautiful little magical carpet. Osric's the pilot of this fucking thing anyway. With 2,000 pieces of gold plus the gemstones, and take off westward, following the coast. It will be a bit of a jaunt. Days will be passing, which means Jonal, Thyman, and Bell have to survive out here in a swamp on top of the horde.
That's what I do best.
Luckily, we don't have to worry about the frogs terrorizing you all. But, you know, how are we surviving here, guys?
Every day I'm going to second wind to just slowly heal back up. It's my best.
Well,
it's my best
alright.
maneuver.
Well, my Disney princess arc has to continue clearly,
Okay.
as I will now undergo the role of Ariel and attempt to charm and enchant the fish in the like river delta to like become easy targets for my more pokey brethren to spear them so that we have food to eat.
Thyman, do you want to participate with bells?
I had to train Giuseppe.
You're training Giuseppe. Jonal, are you going to stir-fry fish with your fire bolts while they're in the river water?
I'm not sure how this is gonna work. I guess I'm spearfishing with a dagger. I don't know.
You have a dagger. You could just sharpen a stick.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so I have one final bardic inspiration, John, and I'm
Okay.
going to use it to don my mantle of inspiration so that I look exactly like Ariel on the rocks, red hair and everything, and I sing not under the sea, but above the surface. Up here it's better, everything's wetter, take it from me. And I am going to use the magic of my and I quote from my mantle of inspiration. Oh, where is it? Somewhere in here it says that I have like I don't remember, seductive elf magic. I'm using this. I'm using my seductive glamour elf bard magic to charm these fish to the surface.
Give
as
me a
Ariel.
performance check with your bardic inspiration. If you roll a 30, all the fish are just going to jump onto the shore, okay? And there won't be a follow-up for Jonal.
That's a 16.
A holy number in some areas.
That's a 17.
A 17 is definitely enough to make them easy targets for Jonal. The problem is, Jonal, how are you going about killing these fish as Bell lures them for days on end?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I make a pointy stick and I try to catch them when they're near the surface.
Okay, I'm going to give you a choice between an attack roll or a survival check at advantage, since Bell's performance is so good.
Can I use Dex for the attack roll?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's in my enthralling performance. It says you can charge your performance with seductive fey magic.
As one does.
As one does.
Oh, sorry, ignore the +2.
Okay, I will ignore the +2, but a 24 is pretty high up there. You teaming up with Bell in the weirdest, most, like, harebrained survivalist strategy ever. Les Strauss will pop in on you guys and be like, what the fuck is going on? Bear Grylls is drinking his piss off screen. You're both, like, high off of whatever magic is just running through the delta anyway, just by drinking the river water. It's a weird fey area you guys are infringing on, but you managed to survive to the best of your abilities. Thyman, meanwhile, is training Notorious FROG He wasn't that hard, Thyman.
AKA Giuseppe.
But he's also starving himself, choosing to just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out with second wind. Thyman, how are you fucking training this stupid frog?
Look, I only have another week to train this little guy to get back into it. He has to replace Big Frog, and he's only the notorious FROG, right?
It's true.
So, I didn't know much about Big Frog. I have to be true. But he was one of the many members who survived the big war against Big Mosquito.
It's true.
And I just have to, we're gonna lift.
You're gonna lift.
We're
Just
gonna
stones in a swamp.
Yeah, we're lifting. We have to get strong.
Alright, give me an
That guy was
athletics
big,
check.
but
Roll.
we have to get bigger.
I'm gonna roll for the frog. Oh god. I'm gonna say you're gonna grant it advantage since you're just the athlete. Okay, well, the natural one turns into a 7. It's a little frog, mostly made out of muscle, but there's not a lot of him to go around. You make a little bar to, like, do pull-ups on, but he's just, like, bouncing above it with his little jump height. And you're like, alright, let's weigh him down with, like, stones. And you, like, start with one rock, and it just, like, crushes him into the ground a little bit, and he's just, like, flailing awkwardly. You're like, alright, that's too much. And then you're like, oh, let's get a little pouch with tiny pebbles. And weigh down this Pomeranian-sized frog who... it's a scene of just sheer madness. You're losing your mind, Thyman, as you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
This. You have to lift. With your knees, not with your back.
At one point, Thyman, your mind is, like, truly beginning to snap, and you think you're getting more and more closer to understanding the frog language. However, Pax and Osric...
John, do you mind if I, just for a second, after one of the long days of me stabbing at fish, while my friend is just singing up there on the rock, I want to come to Belle, and I'm going to ask Belle, why did you cover for me back there at the end?
For you? What? Belle is confused. I look at you like, what? When did I cover for you? I don't know what you mean.
At the inn with the gnome.
Oh, but you weren't there. There was some girl there, like this Joanna.
Belle's pedantic to
you're
a
one of the
point.
gang. We don't give up homies, especially to gnomes who wanted to, like, steal from us. That guy was a jerk.
They were offering money.
Yeah, they were.
You should
Look
have
how much
given
money
me
we got now. And we have a better story. And that guy was a jerk and was asking for it. And, like, I was a little confused for a moment, not gonna lie. Look,
Don't you think that maybe there is some logic in trying to work with him?
No,
I think
of course
he's
not. Look, man, I was T-posing for like a month straight, and when I woke up, an asshole was trying to hurt one of my friends, okay? I'm not gonna let that happen, screw that. Plus, what a stupid story that would be. Oh, I went on this adventure with the Ice Queen and the big frog, and I let it end because some gnome got pissy. That's a shit story.
Don't you think there's something to be learned from the story of the Ice Queen herself? She didn't go out there on her own and complete this quest. Aside from every city-state on the continent, she built a coalition. She brought them to her side.
Yeah, we got a hell of a coalition, don't we? We got 2 weird dwarves. We've got a guy with no eye. You've got me. I'm a hell of a coalition.
While posing on a
We
rock.
got the Notorious FROG. We're cooking, man. Look,
Lift.
I'm a There's
The
straining in the background. Look, Jonal, I'm a wanderer. I don't really care about this whole dragon thing, but it seems like a hell of a story. I'm along for the ride. Why did I cover for you? Because you're part of my crew right now. Unless you don't want to be. I mean, I could go turn you in. I hear they're the other direction. I didn't know that until like a few hours ago, but I've sniffed the seawater enough.
I didn't either.
Become enlightened.
You'd think I would have known that, given that they're just next to my hometown, but...
Right, yeah, no, but, look, you're part of the crew. We stick together, and we see where this story goes. If you really want to turn it in, like, they're right over there. The magic carpet's gonna come back. You could do it, but I'd rather see where the story ends.
I don't want to turn it in, but I don't know that we can do what we need to do just by running from every authority. They'll just keep coming after us.
Yeah, but we killed Big Frog and we're rich now. Let them come.
I don't like the way that gnome approached us. Obviously, it instantly triggered the fight or flight response from all of us. Let's be real. That guy was... The way he approached it, not good. Not good.
Look, he was asking for it. Yeah.
But I feel like we've got to find inroads. We can't...
Well,
if we piss off every authority figure we meet,
the other day,
will not.
Maybe we can work with them.
This is true.
Maybe the gnomes are just dickheads, and we'll find some other people to hang out with.
Maybe we should learn more about this gnome when we go to the city.
Okay. He didn't seem like a friend to me, but if you want to, I can always loosen some lips. I'm good at that.
I'd appreciate it.
Now stab that fish. It's right there. It's right there. Ah!
Okay. I'm opening up some documents and making sure I am not losing my mind. My mind, where are you? Okay. Pax, Osric, you are headed to Akhmori. You will travel for a few days. Yes. Not entirely weighed down by all of your life's decisions, as well as all of the loot you have. You'll move at full speed, which is fantastic. So, 3 days later, it is the 20th of December when you two reach the B.I.G Bay. Give me 1 second.
Can we roll some hit points in that time?
Yeah, you guys have had 3 short rests. Just following the coast, eating off whatever fish or other random bullshit you have. I'm pretty sure you guys had some rations. I'm not too worried about you guys who fly on into the outskirts, being a little bit stealthy for good reason. You're carrying a lot of money on you. Actually, I think this is the most money any of you have ever carried in your entire lives. Even with the 2,000 plus gemstones you guys have. This is a lot. You're carrying basically a bank around with you. As you make it to a temple area, which is surrounded by outskirts, you head down to the bay immediately looking for ships, but also hearing news. I suppose I should not just lore dump on you if you guys are in a rush. So, what is your play here?
Boat.
Just a boat?
Captain.
Rations, other camping, like camping equipment, charter a boat and crew, and enough chests with which to carry our booty.
Okay.
Oh, and healing potions, I suppose.
Healing potions are not easily accessible out here in the fringes around the bay. You'd have to go deeper into the city to find, like, actual alchemists who sell that stuff.
Got it.
So, rations, yes. Boat, definitely. You have some options here. Now, from what I understood of the situation, you guys want to charter/rent a sailing ship and then head on back to the river to pick up the rest of your friends and horde, correct?
Yes.
Understood.
But it's going to be a prolonged trip because we have to get there, have the ship dock or anchor, fly into our friends, resupply everything, load up the booty, but we still have to do the sirens. Or water nymphs, sorry.
I think if we could charter a boat and get our money in order, it should be relatively easy to charter a boat back to the water nymph hole whenever
That's
we
fair.
want.
Yeah.
That's fair. We're going back for our friends who might be starving to death. That's true.
Yeah, why don't
Saving
we
our
rush
friends is more
for
important.
that? Okay, it sounds like this is going to take roughly a week, or maybe even 2 if you want to play it Super Slave, to get the 100-mile... No, it shouldn't take that long. 5 miles an hour, it's... How do you do math? I mean, you want overhead anyway, but let me make sure that I'm not being ridiculous with my times.
Osric wants to make sure we find a reliable ship, too.
What do you mean?
We're going to have a lot of money on board.
Yeah.
So I would like to make sure that it is not crewed by degenerates that will
A ship
steal
with
our
a
gold and
decent
run for it.
reputation.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an insight check then, Osric, because you want to, like, shop around for honorable sailors in this part of the world at this time of year. Let's see how insightful you
Honorable
are.
sailors, I don't believe they exist.
Osric, I don't think honorable sailors exist at all.
Sad.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the most honorable who won't fuck you over are, like, already probably working for the nation itself. But for, like, merchants who are renting out a boat to a dwarf with a lot of money, you're kind of limited here in terms of options. You could, I suppose, work with a guild and try to, like, figure out what sort of deals they have. At least that way they'd be backed by, like, a union of sorts.
Is there a dwarven guild around here?
Undoubtedly, but not a dwarven plus mercantile pirate, or not pirate.
Nautical guild.
Nautical.
Dwarves aren't a fan of boats.
The biggest one
No.
you will know is the Silverline Anchorage. And those guys' ships run the entire coastline, as well as not just Eos Majoris, but also Minoris. They have a more expensive rate, but I don't think you care that much about that.
Yeah, Osric was just hoping to have, like, if you could make a connection with someone, that they could make a recommendation. But if he has to put down extra money for a ship that's backed by a guild will do that too.
Okay. It is short change to charter this boat for a week, which is going to give you more than enough overhead. Boats don't stop moving because the riders are tired. They go with the wind, or they go with the oars, in which case that's what the rowers are for. So these guys will give you a rate once you tell them of like, yeah, we need to go to the Delta and pick up our scrub idiot friends who are stranded. They're like, all right, that will be 500 gold for a week. That's their time.
You'll pay the 500. And
Okay.
Pax can go buy whatever it is.
With this
that we
comes
need
a
as well.
contract that they will not betray you, obviously, as well as other sorts of assurances, we'll call them.
Okay, great.
You guys will hop on this little sloop they have at the ready and will fly across the water after purchasing however many rations you want to spend money on following the ration.
And some
rate.
chests.
I'm sorry?
Some chests.
Chest rations and nice camping equipment. Anything I can get quickly.
Anything you can get quickly. Camping equipment, definitely. Let me just open up my book to find out how much a chest is, because I don't have that on hand. I know a tent
much
is 20
gold?
gold. Rations are like 2 per, whatever the fuck. How much do chests go for?
How much gold could a chest hold?
A lot.
What?
Okay, a chest is 25 gold. You'll probably want a lock, which I believe is another 10. Yeah. A heavy duty lock. So that's 35. You can get 2 tents for 2 gold, not 20. It's 20 pounds. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, spend your money, use book price, tell me what you got, track the weight.
Okay.
So,
Did you guys prepare him a list of what he should buy?
so it looks like a chest can hold 300 pounds of gear.
That should be more than
So
enough.
yeah, at most 3 chests then.
Do you know
Gold is
where
a
you're
lot.
getting that? Oh, gotcha. I found it. 12 cubic feet or 300 pounds of gear. That's quite a lot.
Gold is very condensed, so you're gonna have the
Yeah.
weight problem, not the volume problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I believe in you. Do the math. Take 2 chests if you need to.
I think we just need the one.
Okay.
Because we are at 1,000 pounds of gold currently.
So we need 3 chests. Or 4. Say 4.
What do we? It's about size, not weight. 12
What?
cubic feet of gold, I feel like is a lot of gold.
But 300
12
pounds is
But the weight is what we need to worry about then, because
15,000, right? So
Yeah.
then
So if you
need
overfill
3.
your chest, the bottom will literally break under the weight. Right?
Oh, I mean in terms of weight. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, like, sure, you could fit more in, but then the wood begins to creak, and you're like, oh, fuck. Let's not do that.
Okay.
So, take
3
your
chests.
4 chests that you'll need.
We have 4 chests.
Grab your shovels to sell the fact that you look like you're burying treasure.
Mhm.
And then hop on your ship so that you can get your team.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Pax will cover the cost of all that stuff.
Yeah, I got it.
Sounds good. So you reach there on the 20th. You set out on the 21st, rushing through all this. You paid for the boat, right? Someone?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Oscar paid for the boat.
Set out. The sailors and the captain are like, so, what are you guys doing out here? And have small talk with you. Do you use that time to brag about what you've done, like Joe Knoll?
Not brag. Come up with a fantastical story, which Belle would be proud of. That after Dan Ibble was set ablaze in the night, we found rescue on a boat with some others who dropped us off in the Delta to fend for ourselves, in which we
discovered a tribe of talking frogs that asked for our help to defeat a giant mosquito.
Don't tell me you fought Big Mosquito.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
we live to tell this tale to you.
Wow. That sounds far-fetched. No one would fight Big Mosquito. He's the only thing keeping Big Frog in check. Those two are locked in an endless battle to save and take over the sacred land.
Well, now Big Frog has the competition's gone. Big Frog is taking it over.
Oh my god. Well, there goes all the river traffic of the world. They treat what you say as a joke and pray that what you say is not true. And you guys will return to the Delta, not the island. We don't live in islands. On the 22nd of December, which means Belle and the others, I'm blanking on Joe Knoll and Thyman, have been surviving for nearly 6 days. 5 days, exactly. When you three will see that a sloop is coming closer and closer to shore, and a little rowboat rows to the beach, close to
Wilson, we're saved.
Good old Wilson. You guys will eat rations and real food, gather up your treasures and chests, hop back on board. Everyone's tired, everyone's exhausted. Say goodbye to Notorious FROG.
Got this, little buddy.
He gives you a tongue salute, which looks like he's just trying to lick his eye. It's weird. What a strange magical realm you all are leaving. Heading back into
the gross... You guys get the fresh air.
Yeah.
That's where I'm gonna build my vacation home once I retire.
Are we trying to train frogs?
Party. Within a day, you will be back at Auc Marie, if that is where you choose to go.
I think that's reasonable. Get a chance to, like, make some of our liquid gold a little more carry-aroundable, right? And rest up and prepare for our underwater adventures.
Someone should make sure that they had grabbed a bunch of that weed that we need.
I have it, yeah. I got it. There was a bunch of doses down there, and we took 4 of them, so now there's 8 left.
Okay. Party, you head on to Auc Marie. The city. Let's get rid of this dramatic music. This is a celebration moment, if there is to be one. Goodbye. Hello, Arcane Clockworks. You all will arrive in the city at midday on the 23rd. Arrive in Maury. Who's Maury? The town's bay is filled with ships. Off to the south, close to this archipelago, you can even see the floating fortress of the Silver Line Anchorage, where these boats are currently associated with, the ones you're riding. Fishermen are in the deeper bay doing their winter harvesting, fishing, whatever you want to call it. Jaw's not a big ocean man, so his language is somewhat limited. But you will make it on to the coastal shores of the city, docking close to where you all landed, or rather, where this took off from a few days ago. Saluting you, you pay them out. This great big crew, who, well, not even great big, it's probably like 5 guys, and part ways amicably. 4 heavy chests are now sitting on this little dock that you're on. Some of the day goers look at you all, these ragged adventurers. 4 of them, or 3 of them, looking at death's door. Pax always looking at death's door.
Reeking of mercury. We've been eating a fish diet for a week.
It's awful.
It's been nothing but roasted trout for like every meal.
Some of them joke
Right,
if
we
they
need to-
found you on a deserted island or if you were stranded by pirates. But I think you're all a little bit tired and quickly hang your hats at a local inn/tavern that is somewhat surprised to see you all there. You rent rooms for, let's just go ahead and say it's 10 gold. Just knock off some more money. We're spending money like it's on fire. We hate money.
I do hear it's going out of style.
It's true. And we will begin a long rest. My question to you guys. Do you want me to do experience now while we are long resting? Or do we want to get shopping done? Or are we just sleeping for a week? What is the party feeling like in terms of time and energy?
Well, Shodal asked me to loosen some lips around town about these gnomes, so I think that that's what I would do once I got freshened up, have the opportunity to take a bath and clean the sand and trout off. I think that I would be spending some time introducing myself as like a refugee from Dan Hibble, this like horrible goblin attack. You know, we had to run away in the night. I got trapped in this river delta. Like there was these like mages throwing fireballs and stuff, right? Like I'm spreading this tale around and maybe playing occasionally in kind of local dives and stuff. And I am putting the feelers out, I suppose, for information on this gnome that Jonal has offended in the Tower of the Inner Eye.
You will get some narrative pushback as you start telling this tale of, wait, Dan Ibble, that place was attacked like 2 weeks ago. Where have you been?
Yeah. I was, like I said, I got stranded in the river delta was after we fled.
My God.
Yeah, no, you have no idea how much fish I ate. Do you know how many ways you can make trout tartare?
I don't.
One way. You can make one fish out of that.
Well, you may have gotten swept away on a little adventure, but Dan Ibble still stands. All thanks
Right,
to the
but
gnomish hero of the Tower of the Inner Eye, known as D. Space Marco.
I would love to know more. They were throwing magic around while these goblins attacked. I was getting the fuck out of there, but... they
Well, apparently
definitely were
one of
doing
their
crazy stuff.
diviners knew that they would be attacked. So the heroes of the occult, or whatever the fuck they're called, showed up and fought back the goblin scoundrels. I heard there were at least 999 goblins who were just there all of a sudden.
I believe it. There was so many. I was just doing my thing, you know, a simple street performer, and suddenly somebody made this loud yell, like, go, 500 goblins, and then they just appeared. It was horrifying.
Whoa,
I've never seen
you can't
anything
say
like
that
it.
phrase. That could be a spell. You could accidentally cast and summon 500 goblins.
Oh, you said it.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
There's gonna be 1,000 goblins.
Thank fuck we don't have
Exactly what
500
happened to Dan
goblins
Ibble.
prepared.
I know, right? Oh, that would have been terrifying.
Ooh, what are the chances of that happening twice in 2 weeks?
Can't be that high, right? But better safe than sorry. You're right. I'll make sure not to say anything about numbers of goblins.
It's true.
So they have
Well,
diviners.
good talk,
That's so
random
cool.
stranger who met me on the
Yeah.
street.
All right. I guess I have a lot of conversations similar to this, and maybe I adjust story as needed as I gain more information to like sound more on the level as I go.
Can you be fucking broad with your objective of what information you want to give? That way I can just slam you with some lore rather than
Information that I want to get.
Yeah.
I want to know the like stated like goals of this like Tower of the Inner Eye, right? As well as the like relative kind of relationship, right? Like what do these people think of them? Obviously they were heroes recently, but before that, were they what is the relationship with the people here? And then if I find a pliant fellow or so, perhaps is there any like dirt on them that we might learn, right? Like does somebody have something bad to say about the heroes that might stick? And then so those are my broad. You asked for broad, and then I guess specifically like I want to get to know the hero of Dan Nibble, right? This D. Marco. He saved my life, I guess, by not letting the 1,000 goblins come kill me. Right, like
Yeah.
I want to know some personal deets.
So broadly, the Tower of the Inner Eye is a independent wizard organization that is highly specifically focused around diviners and their archmage. Their order has been around almost as long as the B.I.G Empire. So this entire region of the Southern Realms you're currently in. You remember the Order of Brimish Wizards back in our first campaign, correct?
Yeah.
They are like those guys, but far smaller, far weaker, and highly specialized in divination.
Okay.
They effectively work as independent. They're basically a private military contractor of wizards that have very strong relations to the king, but they're not state actors like little Shamshears people who catapulted him off a tower. They're basically a guild onto their own. And in this case, they went to Dan Ibble, or so the story goes, to premeditatively defend it against a goblin invasion. And soon, once the damage was dealt, helped rebuild for a little bit, and then head back to their tower. In terms of D. Marco, the gnome who was there, he honestly wasn't known about until the Dan Ibble situation. He was not a public figure. Gnomes are very rare in this part of the world due to an old prejudice that they were hiding magical items from just everyone, or that they had the power to create magical items, when oftentimes gnomes are just people. They're not like great magical artificers, even though they've had great magical artificers from their race. So, D. Marco is the strange, mysterious guy who seems to be a lieutenant of the Archmage, like one of their followers. Did I cover everything? The dirt.
Unless if there's any dirt that I can uncover from people, then that would be cool. Rumors, but if not, then we can
The main
Oh,
gripe
yeah.
that the arcane community has against the Tower of the Inner Eye is that their prognoses, their revelations and powers of being an oracle are seemingly very specific and limited, and they seem more like a state-sanctioned rogue entity who does like dirty work that requires magic. That's the main gripe, but for the most part they seem on the up and up.
All right, sounds good.
That is what Belle gets up to over the long week of recovery and schmoozing people. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
We gotta start solidifying some of our money.
Yeah,
Like physical things.
it's true.
Osric will take lists of weapons that people would want to upgrade, and he will go find some nice, expensive, potentially magical upgrades to these things to purchase, because that's a really solid way to spend some money.
Yeah, for sure.
Plate armor would be pretty nice as a fighter.
Yeah. Magical plate armor as well, magical half plate, things that can sort of auto resize. There are many enchantments that sort of accommodate different wearers, because magical items want to be worn and used for the most part. So of course they would have some sort of enchantment to be worn by many users, rather than one specific person.
Does Pax want anything specific?
If you find a very nice bow, that would be of great interest to me. Or arrows, or quiver, or anything you think would suit me.
Potentially anything I can help to imbue magic into my great axe. Like if there's any... I know that like it's popular, is like if they kill a giant magical creature, they bring it into town to kind of sell off pieces of it. So if something like that happens, like that, I might be able to just help imbue into my axe.
That seems a lot more niche than just...
That is more niche. That's just like
Yeah.
if it's a possibility. More generally, plate
You
armor
just killed
would
a
be nice.
giant creature. You could have stolen something from the Mosquito.
It was on fire. It was all on fire. I could not salvage
Extra
any
crispy.
of that.
You didn't even hit it once. Killing a thing and then hitting
I
its dead
hit it
body.
once
With
With
the
a blowpipe.
with the blow dart. Every
With 3
damage
damage.
counts.
Osric
Every
Jonal took him down.
I
You
was
can
there.
definitely find different kinds of magical vendors here. You have some options available to you here, Osric, and I'm sure that some of you... Honestly, that may be next week's thing, because I would rather take a week to create magical item shops for you rather than just wing it.
I'm okay with
so
that.
we're gonna say you
I'm
spend a
just
few
letting you know.
days just like figuring out where these places are, since they are kind of under the radar.
And Osric is a smith, so he knows where to find the primo shit.
Fair.
I'm also a smith. Why don't we just make stuff? Honestly,
It takes way too long.
that is
Takes
true.
a while. Jonal, Pax, Simon, anything you guys want to do during this long rest?
I'm gonna probably just go out with Osric to buy things.
Okay. Easy enough.
Takes 2 dwarves.
I tell them to come back with fancy food, as I don't leave my room for a week.
Just
No. Do you want anything useful? Do you want magical robes? Do you want a better dagger? Do you want...
I'll buy him a bunch of juice boxes.
I mean, if you find something cool for robes, and I don't really care about daggers, but like mostly I'm good. Potions, maybe? I don't know.
Bella, want anything?
I'm not really a items type of person.
No, like, special jewelry or anything like that?
Potions.
I
scrolls.
still got to go through the wardrobe of the Hoarfrost Queen. I took all her stuff from. I got outfits to try on.
You're just carrying 40 pounds of old dresses. You're like, look.
No,
how
I
nice
am.
these
I
are."
have all the Hoarfrost Queen like dresses and scarves and
Ah,
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, I put down maybe jewelry for Belle.
All right, I like it.
Pax, anything you want to do with a week of downtime?
Yeah, Pax is hale and hearty. He's going to dive into the underground for two main reasons. One, to make sure that the bounty off of him is off of him now from the assassins. And two, I want to see who else is hunting giant powerful artifacts from the Hoarfrost Witch besides the Tower of the Inner Eye.
Do you have any features that can help you in the second thing you want to do?
I probably don't, but let me see. Now, just the only thing in my features that even would be something like that is my military rank, which I can't really use.
Okay. Let's do number 1 first, because that's going to be the easiest to deal with. There is a illegal, but also publicly known about, basically board of bounties. You were on this, just not, like, when a private citizen puts out a bounty on a person, this is where that paper goes. And for once in, like, the past 2 years now, Pax, your face, image, and name can't be found. It seems like that weird clown who would have assassinated your ass if you did not pay him off has spread word that you no longer have money on your head. It'll take time for that news to circulate, so don't go too far. But you're in the clear right now, Pax. At least from assassins.
At least from assassins, yeah.
Yeah. As to figuring out more of... I'm blanking now on the subject that you gave me. I asked you if you had
is
any features.
there a bounty for information on Belle and the Double D's or
yeah, for sure.
or things? Yeah. Okay.
You immediately see Belle's face specifically of information wanted about Belle and her Double D's. Which there seems to have been some confusion about, like, the way the names are, like, your group is named. So clearly, like, someone from, like, the Tower of the Inner Eye was like, yeah, they're called Belle and the Double D's. And it's like, just the one person? Like, that's the person we knew, like, saw the most and interfaced with. It's like, alright, well... You sure people aren't going to be confused by this? Like, no, it's the organization, not her. You're just imagining this.
Name is working.
Packs.
The name works so well.
Oh man. Someone definitely sees those posters like, oh, perverts.
Yes. Just these fucking weirdos stalking a poor bard. The money's money.
Pax takes the bounty down to show to Belle when he gets back.
Okay.
All right.
Pax, while you are on the way to, well, presumably you're in, now that you have taken this, there is a chill that fills your spinal column as you exit this seedy establishment. You briefly try to follow this supernatural impulse. You see a figure standing in a darkened alleyway, wearing a very warm-looking cloak, as well as a hidden face, supernatural shadows, much like the darkness spell, obscuring their bodily form. Briefly, you lock eyes with them, and just see a singular beckoning motion for you to follow. What do you do?
X just like he was like on cloud 9. His energy was so high,
Yeah.
and then he sees who he presumes to be connected to him, and you just see the energy go out of him. He's like, "Oh shit, fuck, shit, ah," and he goes towards the alley.
You head
Hastily
into the
goes
alley,
towards the alley.
and for your party members during this long rest, you will not return until late at night. Because you and I need to have a conversation. Party, that will be it for right now. I'm going to tally some experience and some reputation for you guys. So I don't know. Hype each other up. Tell everyone what you think was really cool about the session. Give me a compliment for putting this game together. Fuck. Show some goddamn gratitude.
John, that was all beautiful. I mean, Big Frog into Big Mosquito into Smaller Frog that has become Big Frog into Boat Time. I mean, what a joyous time for all of us.
Wow.
Multiple montages that have all failed, but in our hearts we hope they work out.
I don't know, man. We
thank
had
you
an
for
army
the-
of frogs fighting for us.
I think it worked out. Can't get better than that, you know.
The assassin was just a bit professional. Like, why is an assassin chasing you? And then right in the middle of the
Those-
fight.
Frogs did more damage than Simon did.
I'm a up close and personal type of fighter. Okay, I can't do much about it.
Osric still got on top of that thing. All right,
mean-
he got things done.
So is Osric.
I'm a short little guy, got stubby little legs.
So is Osric.
That's Osric.
Yeah, but I don't have the dwarven pantheon running through my bloodstream, allowing me to move an extra 10 feet. Okay, I have very
Gotta get
normal
closer
blood.
to God. Why aren't you praying?
Well, you were praying
Take
to
it
God.
from me,
I was
Diamond. You don't want to get
mastering the
next to a
blade.
god. Trust me. Not good.
My God's fine.
I could trip you. Don't threaten me. I could trip the. I'm really good at it.
Should have tripped the mosquito.
It was too big.
It lived up to its namesake.
But yeah.
Oh, that
It was really tragic that it was size huge.
Mhm.
That
You
was
could have
cool.
run up my back too. Just saying.
I didn't have enough movement. 25 is not as much as 35.
I really thought you were
Just
gonna
a-
fall short and land on me when you jumped on it.
Yeah, no, I thought I was gonna land on top of you too.
I feel like we should get a point of cohesion. I think we all did great there. Really unified as a team, and no one died.
Our joint delusions of grandeur carried through.
They sure did.
A few people died briefly.
It
Brought
one
them back.
person.
You're welcome.
Yes.
All right.
Nobody
XP.
died.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
1480. 1480. Please take that home.
Nice.
And now I can look at reputation. What did we get as an adventuring party today? Do we get cohesion? I mean, you guys came up with a plan. You
Yeah.
did? I don't know how well that plan was pulled off of create a train, an army of frogs. God,
Look,
can
we
you
trained a
imagine?
swarm of frogs.
Again,
that
they did more damage
one
than
of our
Thyman
party
did.
members. They were an
Yeah.
effective part of that fight.
They were effective.
Guys, we're all pushing down on like Thyman didn't do that great, okay? This is one time.
I'm not tearing you down. I'm building up Sir Frog over here.
Yeah, we're defending the frogs here. If you have to get, an ego hit in the process, sometimes such things are necessary.
What is your current cohesion at?
I think -1.
No.
No,
Our
it's
cohesion's
definitely
I think it's
at
at
two.
2.
Our cohesion.
Oh,
two.
we are at 2.
All right,
Forgot we
bump it
did
up to
things.
3, everybody,
Let's go.
and tell me when we get to 4, because that's when you get a new little ability.
Woo
It
woo.
was called Blood.
God, it's 7. That's broken as fuck. Alright. Well,
Do we deserve greed for purposely not leaving sooner and almost threatening to dying of starvation because we were like money?
Those were
Is that a
just
greedy
personal
move?
No.
I think
Okay.
greed would have been we take the money and run instead of dealing with Big Mosquito, right? Of like, yeah, we fucked this area's entire ecosystem, and it's gonna become like a mosquito-laden swamp. But 58,000 gold, fuck yeah! Like, you
We're
guys
down to
could have
50.
chose not to fight Big Mosquito. That
We had to
said,
follow through.
yeah, there was some follow through for sure.
Those frogs sure think we're reliable.
Godspeed,
frogs.
FRRG.
If only those guys could. For those of you who want it, you do not have to take it. But this fight was entirely optional and entirely caused because of your guys' actions and also the dice and luck. So if you would like to, you may take a point of charity as you yourselves feel that magnificent boon of giving, or really, you know, arguing to yourself that, yeah, we help those
Look,
frogs.
I'm super charitable, but only to magical woodland animals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Druids would be
Disney
proud.
princess.
Yeah. Cohesion and an optional point of charity if you would like it. If you are callous and don't give a shit because you think, fuck it, we just wanted to fight a monster, that's also equally valid.
I think we righted a wrong today.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Okay.
That weird ass cleric and his pipe.
That will be it from us tonight. Guys, thank you so much for playing with me. And I
Thank
hope
you, John.
have a good week. I hope you had a good Mother's Day wherever you were. Don't die? Question mark? Any shout-outs? Question?
Shout out to
RIP.
John for Big Frog, Big Mosquito.
Hey, shout out to
And Ratatouille.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
We'll be holding a funeral for Big Frog next Tuesday down at
Not
down in
this
New
Tuesday,
Orleans.
but next Tuesday.
next
The
Tuesday
Gold Corral.
Yeah.
down in New Orleans.
The Golden Corral.
Feel free to
Yeah.
stop on by.
There will be frog legs for everyone.
Alright, then I will be taking off. You guys have a wonderful afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. And Temer, I hope you enjoyed the Clown Assassin. See you later!